Eclectic collective of skeptics, the leftist mafia. Eclectic collective of skeptics, the leftist mafia.
Eclectic collective of skeptics, the leftist mafia.
All type of hustles and all type of grips, pushing all stereotypes and all type of myths. Look how they talk it fast, yep, they type it swift. They got to get the gab and know just how to recite a script, the formula to keep you mad, show you why your life's a bitch. These awful hypocrites with lies dripping off their lips, but they could give a shit about what you really dealing with. It's all for the bag, all for the cash, all for the drip. They here to get rich, but I ain't here to trip, just offer my analysis and watch the stones start to get thrown at glass palaces. Cause when they spit that bullshit, I gotta challenge it, man. I manhandle it, break it down, dismantle it. Cause if it ain't true, then my dude, I can't stand on it. I can't stand with it. The stance is against it. Witnessing the slaughter of innocent Palestinians like cowboys and settlers killing off the indigenous. Y'all claim y'all in the right, but it's all wrong. I can't rock with you. Something fishy going on. The stench is strong. Tilapia, so we formed a coalition here. Our main mission is stopping you. Eclectic collective of skeptics, the leftist mafia. Eclectic collective of skeptics, the leftist mafia. Eclectic collective of skeptics, the leftist mafia. Eclectic collective of skeptics, the leftist mafia.
Eclectic collective of skeptics, the leftist mafia.
The mob wants victory, but more than that, it wants the total humiliation of its enemies.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How y'all doing?
Happy Thursday.
How you doing?
Sorry we're late, everybody. I blame myself. I just got here 20 minutes late, and it wasn't Matt and Ariana that are super late.
Mike
it
was
me.
Mike was the first person here. Please.
I'm taking the bullets for you all.
There's
metaphorically speaking.
There's no heat to take because I mean, what's gonna happen? We're gonna anger our commercial sponsors. Like, who cares if we're 5 minutes late?
I was just trying to cover for you all. The chat was getting very antsy, so
all right. They'll wait. They know how we roll. They know whatever we take away at the beginning of the show, we make up for tenfold at the end.
That's true. But, I just wanted to explain, because we're always on time, very punctual podcast. So I just wanted to let them know that we're aware that we are tardy this time, which is unique for us.
Someone else just jumped. Oh, look, we got everybody.
Well, Rebecca.
We have 4 out of the 6. Not bad at all. How you doing?
Finally, it is gender equal tonight. No more misogyny. We've cured misogyny.
Yeah,
we did it on this podcast.
It used to be like that for me, Ariana, when it was just me.
Poor Rebecca didn't have a chance.
Yeah,
it was always outnumbered.
You came and gave us a good balance, so
So let's well, while we got 4 out of the 6 here, let's jump right in. So I think the big thing right now, everyone's talking about it or watching, because it's still going on. There's still another 7 or 8 minutes of it. The New York City mayoral debate between Zohran Mamdani, Andrew Cuomo, and Curtis Sliwa.
Yeah, I have some highlights prepared. It's still
Rebecca.
going on.
Yeah, Rebecca. I think your mic is the wrong mic.
Every time.
I hate that it doesn't default to the good mic. But yeah, so we've got some clips queued up. And the first one that really stood out to me was this moment from Zohran Mamdani. Let me play it for you all. Let me know if you can hear that.
This is not a job for a first-timer. Any day, you could have a hurricane, you have, God forbid, a 9/11, a health pandemic.
Oh, hold on. This is very reminiscent to me of that time Eric Adams was like, there's nothing like New York, baby. One day you could be walking down the street and ordering a New York City hot dog. Another day, a plane could be flying into our World Trade Center. It's New York, baby. Remember he said that? That was very... You got to be... There could be a storm. There could be a 9/11. That's just so, like... Listen, the reason why... And I see this from a lot of conservatives, and Cuomo is obviously trying to appeal to them. The whole Islamophobic, racist cudgel of 2001 all the way to like what 2011, 2012 when like the Ground Zero Mosque was a big thing. That's like the last. That was like the last gasping breath of the post 9/11 like Islamophobia craze. Like obviously Islamophobia still exists, but that was like everything during that time feels like it was just one big Islamophobic attack. But like this is like something that New Yorkers don't put up with anymore. Like New Yorkers don't never forget 9/11. This is a Midwest. This is anyone who lives anywhere but New York City thing. People in New York fucking solemnly like recognize that day when it comes, and then that's it. It doesn't. Our lives cannot and do not revolve around an event that happened 24 years ago. Let's keep playing.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Mamdani,
Yeah.
want to respond?
And if we have a health pandemic, then why would New Yorkers turn back to the governor who sent seniors to their death in nursing homes? That's the kind of experience that's on offer here today. What I don't have an experience, I make up for in integrity. And what you don't have in integrity, you could never make up for in experience.
Yeah.
Goddamn. That, my friends, is how
That's
you
a
debate.
great line at the end. That's a great line at the end.
That was very good. That was very good. I'm kind of going in chronological order from the earlier portion of the debate.
That's the way to do it, I think.
So this is another highlight that I'm going to bring in, where Cuomo basically, I don't think this is in the clip, so let me set it up for you. He basically says that Zohran Mamdani is not representative of Muslims, and Zohran comes in with a clapback that I think is really, really good. So let me go ahead and reshare.
Two totally separate things.
Mr. Mamdani, want to respond?
You know, it took Andrew Cuomo being beaten by a Muslim candidate in the Democratic primary for him to set foot in a mosque. He had more than 10 years, and he couldn't name a single mosque at the last debate we had that he visited. And what Muslims want in this city is what every community wants and deserves. They want equality, and they want respect. And it took me to get you to even see those Muslims as part of this city. And that, frankly, is something that is shameful and is why so many New Yorkers have lost faith in this politics.
Yeah, except that is totally false. I worked with the Muslim community for many years.
Name a single mosque you went to when you were the governor. Can you name a single mosque you went to in 10 years?
Before you were ever here. Before
I was here.
Before you were even in state government. I worked with the Muslim community.
Yeah.
Imams presided over State of the States. We worked in religious working groups, tolerance groups, anti-Semitic groups, etc.
All right, gentlemen. Mr. Sleewood.
I don't understand.
Anti-Semitic groups.
Yeah, he worked with anti-Semitic groups. I don't understand that. But notice he did not name a mosque. So, yeah.
No, because he's so violently Islamophobic. Also, Cuomo has commissioned this. Do you guys remember the Big Time Rush guys, the band who went full Hasbara, just brain rot?
Right.
It was James Maslow,
I did not
another
know
guy. You didn't know that? Well, it was all.
I mean, I wasn't a Big Time Rush fan. I'm sorry.
Well,
I had no idea what they were up
really
to.
It
right,
was
that's true.
Like, they fell off. This was the best. It's kind of like the Azealia Banks effect, right? Like nothing was working out for her, so she went to Israel and she started chilling. But anyways. Azealia is a different type of piece of shit though. Fuck that bitch. But anyways, so these Big Time Rush people, it's James Maslow and his little stooge. They're both like besties. They've been doing Israeli Hasbara since October 7th, right? This kid will go out to Washington Square Park and he'll be like, where would you live in the Middle East? Like, what about Israel? Did you know that they kill gays in Palestine? Just like stupid shit like that, right? And so Cuomo commissioned him to make advertisement videos for him, like to go out and do man on the street videos for Cuomo. And I'm like, you want to lose. Like you really want to lose at this point. Because
wait, that recently, like right now, and for this, for his campaigning now.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I did not know that James Maslow of Big Time Rush fame was doing man on the street interviews like TikTokers.
I gotta go find.
don't even
No,
know who
not
James
Maslow.
Maslow
James
is.
Maslow was doing green screen videos.
Oh,
His
he was. The
real
other
dude
big time.
is the one that does.
Okay.
So
the
they're
man
both
on the
from
street.
Big Time Rush.
I believe so. Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. I sent it in the chat. Okay, guys,
Looks
watch.
like a big time bust now. Haha. Okay.
Haha.
That was not a very good pun. Let me see. Oh, this just goes to stream. Can you resend the link? It goes to stream. Yard.
Oh no. Okay, hold on. Now?
There we go. Okay. Loading. Have some waiting music.
Not something went wrong.
What the hell?
Who did the elevator music?
I turned on some music while we wait. I didn't know we had music, but we have music. Hey, let me
It's in StreamYard for real?
It's in StreamYard. I just found this out.
Oh wow.
I think something's wrong. Let's not stick around and wait for this. This is not supposed to take that
Wait,
long.
hold on. I'll find another video and I'll send it. I think it's
Okay.
because it's Threads. I don't know why Threads is tweaking. I'll send it in a second.
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that this is on. Yeah, that's good. That's actually effective. This is like waiting on the phone calls when you call in to find out about your bill and they put you on hold. So when you call Apple to figure out why they took that $9.99. This is the hold music.
It's actually very relaxing.
Because I'm about to get, once they take me off a hold, I'm gonna cuss them out. So.
Well, if you want, while we wait, we can play a different clip from the debate. This one I wanted to watch through.
I found the Twitter clip. I'm
You did?
sorry.
Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I saw this. I didn't watch it though. Okay.
My friend here, Mr. Mamdani, is running to be the mayor of America's largest city. But his critics say, who would hire someone with such a blank resume?
Hey, this
Let's
guy was
find
in
out.
Big Time
Hi, how
Rush.
are you? You guys hiring? Hi.
Let me go back and for reference.
This guy was in Big Time Rush? I don't think he was.
I think I just saw him in the group.
Huh.
I just
No.
Yeah,
his
but he
name
was like one of the lesser
What-
known. Like James
what's his
Maslow
name?
was the main guy.
What's this guy's
Yeah,
name?
he was.
Sage?
I see him.
Yeah.
Sage Fox or something like that, right?
This,
What's
for
his
those who
name?
don't know what we're talking about, this was like a Nickelodeon show, right? Ugh, the 2000s
It was like
style.
I was in college at this time, but I know that the
No, this guy wasn't in Big Time Rush. This guy's name is Zach Sage Fox. He's someone else.
Well, he looks like he could be.
dang, all white people look alike to me. I seen him twice in the group.
They literally like. Are these not the same person?
He was on
Are
the
these not
right
the same?
and the left for me.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sending out misinformation. He's not. But him and James Maslow do so many videos together, so I thought they were together. But...
Honestly,
I mean, maybe they are. Maybe they are
No.
together. They don't listen. They don't need to be in a early 2000s Nickelodeon produced band to be.
So
together.
that's a Nickelodeon produced. They had the show. Was the show called Big Time Rush, or they were just like? It was like one
Yeah,
of those-
it was a Nickelodeon thing. I don't know if Nickelodeon put
but they
them
switched
together.
over.
Or...
So the one guy you're talking about switched over, and this is not the guy though. This
So the main
was-
guy, yeah. So the main guy of Big Time Rush is James Maslow, and him and this guy got commissioned at the same time to make Hasbara videos right after October 7th. And they're both Jewish, and they both like force this like integration of Zionism and their Jewish identity. But the fact that Cuomo decided to hire this guy, like the most man on the street Hasbara piece of shit, is like, honestly, it's like the nail in the coffin. He's definitely not going to win. So
let's see. So he's looking for a job for Mamdani. Is that the whole bit?
I mean, he gets a coin. He's gonna get a coin doing this.
I'm
in the
sorry,
meantime.
but
It
Cuomo
pays.
doesn't get to make this argument. Like, this is a dude who got into politics because he's a nepo baby. His daddy was governor, so he got to be governor. Like, are we really gonna make this critique of Zohran Mamdani? This is crazy.
wait,
My friend is looking.
Guys, my chat disabled for the stream. How do I enable it again?
Somebody's saying that in my chat that something is happening with yours.
You have to go into YouTube and enable it manually. It's like in your video settings for the.
No.
It does it to me every time I have to enable it. All right, let me press play here.
Okay, so
For a job? Are you guys accepting job applications at the movie theater?
Shit.
If you want to go upstairs now and make an interview, it's for him. So I'll just leave you the resume. His resume is a little empty. He interned for his mom at Disney. His mom's like a multi-millionaire filmmaker. It's like a Nepo baby.
Do you guys think he could get a job at Equinox? Is he qualified?
Oh, shoot. So you wouldn't hire him even at a pizza shop? A lot of his critics say it's a very weak resume. Do those qualify for him to work at your nail salon?
Why? What scares you the most?
He was a rapper, but it failed miserably.
He rapped like saying how much he loved terrorists, the Holy Land Five. Are those qualities that you would hire to like sell popcorn?
No.
I need someone with experience. Without experience, I can hire him.
Katz's Deli. This is my friend, Zohran Mamdani. Can I give you his resume? Would you hire this person to keep New Yorkers safe?
No.
He never had a real job till he was 30.
His current job, he's a New York State Assemblyman, but he showed up to work less than half the time. Doesn't seem like qualified. Okay. Would you hire this guy to manage nearly $500,000?
Okay, I get the shtick already. I think that the way that Mamdani counters this is just he gets a cardboard cutout of Andrew Cuomo and just like with pervert on his head, like tattooed on the head, and like, hey, would you let this guy around your daughters? He was accused of sexual harassment by 13 women and he killed old people. Like, this is so lazy and it's trying to be quirky, but it just comes off as cringeworthy.
It is very cringy, but it's also a nobody, right? That he has pushing this information for him. And I looked up the Zach Sage Fox guy to see if I can get any other information, and there's nothing beyond 2024 when the news of what happened in Israel came out in October, and Fox started using his accounts and how he was spreading the news, and they started using him and his information to push out different things, and they gave him basically a platform. So knowing that he's connected to Cuomo is interesting, but at the same time not surprising. Pro-Israel, all those type of things, we know that they will push those conversations to the forefront, but it's like that pays to be in this type of position. And right now, whether Cuomo loses or wins, homie's gonna get his little coin, and that's just what it's gonna be. It sucks, but this is what I like when we have so much an opportunity at our hands with Mamdani, like all these things. You have people like this who are wasting our time, and people will believe these stupid little things that they put together, these comical things that are entertaining, but spread misinformation or allegedly hurtful to the other candidate. But it's like, this is a waste of time. It's coming from a nobody, a man that just popped up out of nowhere just because he had a viral few tweets about the incident and pro-Israel. And this is where we are now. He's of course, anti-Gaza, anti-Palestine, and this is where we are now. Fox pushed him, and he getting the check. And this should let people know where Cuomo is. It's to me desperation. Like, let's get some of these social media people out here to push it. They say this guy's hot and he's pro-Israel. Maybe we can gather, those people or those.
Are they saying that this guy is hot? I hope they're not saying.
Well,
that
I don't mean
about
hot
him.
like in that way, but hot. No, he ain't.
I see what you're saying.
And I thought he looked like every other white person from Big Time Rush. So I don't know.
You can swap him out with somebody from Big Time Rush. I have no way of knowing.
Two of them.
Okay, so getting back to the debate, there is a clip that I want to show you, but I want to watch it through Hassan's stream, and you'll see why I want you to see his reaction. The chat already knows. Don't spoil it, though, but here we go.
I just want to say my chat works again, so.
Oh, good. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Won't just be protected, but they will belong.
Mr. Sliwa, we will get to you. First, I'm going to ask a question of Mr. Cuomo. While you are a strong supporter of Israel, you have also been slow to develop a relationship with the city's Muslim community.
Thank you, Universal Power user, for this one to get this
a terrorist sympathizer. How do you assure those New Yorkers, especially Muslims and Arabic New Yorkers, that you will be a mayor for all? You'll have 1 minute.
Yeah, well, first, I think the assemblyman created the perception himself. why wouldn't he condemn Hamas? Why wouldn't he condemn Hassan Piker? Why did it take us here tonight for the first time for him to say it? He still won't denounce globalize the intifada, which means kill all Jews. Just say, I denounce it. He won't do it.
Older Jewish
That's
Americans
the
are
issue.
looking
And
up
his
right now.
divisiveness is illuminating.
Why is he saying Hamas and Hassan Piker? Can you please answer about your own relationship with the Muslim community? You did not visit mosques for many years. More recently, you have been.
So I just want to take the time now to condemn Hamas Piker, okay? Make that clear. This was a surreal moment to watch. Very, very good stuff here. Okay, there's a couple of other. There's actually quite a bit of clips, so I don't know if we can get to them all.
I think we'll get to them all. That was. I love how he throws Hamas and Hassan Piker together as if it's just one big.
They're all Muslims, right? So
also, I love how every sort of pro-Palestinian chant has some secret double meaning that must be denounced. Like, remember at the very beginning of all this, after October 7th, when saying "from the river to the sea" was the equivalent of throwing up a sighail or something. Mm-hmm. It was insanity. It was insanity.
They still consider it that.
It's insane.
Right.
Insane.
There's some people that will say Free Palestine is anti-Semitic as well.
Oh, yes, you can't. You cannot. The whole
there's
point
no winning.
is you cannot. The whole point is you cannot support the Palestinians. In fact,
exactly.
Even acknowledging that there's a such thing as a Palestinians is anti-Semitic.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Unless you unequivocally support Israel and their genocide and their erasure of the Palestinian people, then you're anti-Semitic according to Zionists. It's just so disgusting.
The thing is, maybe that worked 2 years ago. It doesn't work anymore. No. It doesn't work anymore. They've beaten this horse to death. They've done it for over 2 years now. And what's happened? More and more people continue to empathize and side with the Palestinians over Israel. Over and over again, poll after poll, especially among Democrats and independents, and even young conservatives. This is done. It's over. They are screaming out the propaganda from years back in a last dying gasp of relevancy. It's over. It's done. This shit doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, one thing that's been bothering me before we get back to the debate is how you have these dipshit right-wing commentators like Benny Johnson, and I think somebody else said it on Fox News, saying, oh, we have this Free Palestine movement. Why aren't they thanking Donald Trump because he freed Palestine, because of the ceasefire?
I saw a bunch of
disgustingly disingenuous. First of all, Israel has already violated the ceasefire every single day, killed 90 Palestinians, and this whole situation with them not returning the bodies of the dead hostages, which is what they're using as a pretense to go back into Gaza, is so fucking stupid because they know that those bodies are under rubble and it's going to take time for them to get them out. They're under rubble because Israel bombed them. But since they're not returning them quick enough for their liking, that's like their excuse to bomb them again. Also, Israel's bombing Lebanon, violating that ceasefire. It's so fucking out of control. But we're supposed to thank Daddy Trump for freeing Palestinians.
Please.
Suck a dick. I ain't thanking him for anything. Until there's no more bombs being dropped on Gaza, he gets zero credit. That's so, like, they're such liars.
No, he doesn't. He gets zero credit, period. They don't get credit. They don't get credit for funding the bombs. They don't get credit for providing the bombs. This goes for Joe Biden and the Democrats and Donald Trump and the Republicans. You don't get credit for killing people and then stopping it. You don't get credit for that. I'm sorry. It doesn't happen.
I will say, though, I think Mehdi Hassan put this the best way. I think it really just showed how terribly Democrats dropped this ball, because if you actually look at who released more hostages, it was under Biden's administration. Not that I'm giving any of them credit. They can all go fuck themselves for all I care. But the amount of, like, the way Trump has been able to kind of finagle this and maneuver this as like, oh, I'm the one that, look at me, like, look at how I'm doing. I just really think it just shows how much Democrats really drop the ball, because Bibi and Netanyahu have had a very close relationship for a very long time. There's actually record of Obama wanting to kind of separate himself a little bit from Israel, and Joe Biden would not listen to Obama, and he would go see Bibi for longer.
Yeah.
And there's record of this, right? So for me to believe that Biden really had his hands so tied up that he couldn't come to any deal or any ceasefire at all, like, I think it's horseshit. I quite frankly think it's absolute horseshit. And I think it really just shows how much the Democrats really dropped the ball on this, because if they would have been able to even pass this, like, you know, this fake ceasefire prior to the election, I do think that Kamala Harris would have had a much better chance of winning. But instead, she regurgitated Joe Biden's messaging, which, quite frankly, I'm going to be honest with you, I have not hung out with a single Middle Eastern person that said they like Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. Like, the disdain that exists within our community for that administration is so deep, and the hurt is so deep. And it's just like, well, now you have, you know, Trump coming out and saying, oh, look at me, this is the second ceasefire I've passed. And it's like, damn, Democrats really they dropped the ball. They really did.
They did. And that's why, but at the same time, they all we got for a chance, right now. They're the ones that are supposed to be the ones that are leading us into anything else. Holding them accountable doesn't seem to be really working, but we just need somebody to be able to do something different and do the job. It's kind of like how Middle Easterns feel about the past administrations is how Haitians feel about Bill Clinton and them, or when his wife was running. We don't like them, but at the same time, we are looking for something different, and what we have, like what Trump is doing right now, is terrible. It's worse, and it's just like playing with people's lives, and it's worse than playing Monopoly with people's life. It's like literally letting us watch, like, I never watched it, but I can just, from people's, like, Game of Thrones with people, with babies, children, saying that they're gonna do, like, saying that he has the power to do this, and if they don't do this, he's gonna start dropping bombs, and like, this is a video game, but this is actual people's lives. And this administration has shown us time and time again they don't give a damn. And anybody who supports this administration and what they're doing over there are all evil, and they just tell you where they stand. There's, just because they say they don't believe, they still support this administration. They, you know, Donald Trump might have, you know, a thing that he's doing, he might pull one out, this administration, whatever. But, you know, I don't support babies dying. Or do you not? Right? Yet you do, because you support this administration and what they're doing to the people in Gaza, and who they're threatening now. Oh, it's like, it's really sad to see. Democrats have dropped the ball, but they're really all we have. I don't know really what the formula should be, but it has to be more aggressiveness and pushing and staying on this administration. Like, literally, that's just really what it has to be. More of the Mamdani energy, more of those type of things that we need to see when it comes to that. But I don't know.
On a positive note, though, with that regard, before we get back to the debate, there was this that I wanted to show you all. Seth Moulton, one of the most, like, milquetoast corporate Democrats, just made this announcement.
Yes,
he's going to return his AIPAC donations. Now, has he used the G word? Will he, vote against these laws that take away our free speech with regard to BDS? Who knows? But the fact that he's returning this shows that, like, we've reached the tipping point where they officially believe that it is toxic to be associated with Israel. Not all of them, but if somebody like Seth Moulton is doing this, that's a very positive sign. Of course, there's more questions with regard to his record there, but this right here shows that, like, we have been doing the right thing to keep the fire lit under their asses, keep the pressure on them. It's very clearly working. And the amount of change we've seen over the past couple of years has been significant. They know that the writing is on the wall. They know that they lost public support for their position, for their pro-AIPAC bullshit. And this right here is just such vindication for everybody who's been fighting and keeping the pressure up. So, if you're one of the people who was protesting Kamala Harris on the campaign, if you're one of the people tweeting at them, calling your representative, asking for a ceasefire, like, we're starting to finally see a little bit of movement. It's sad that there had to be an entire genocide take place to get here. Nonetheless, like, this is something that I think is cause for a little bit of optimism.
Yeah.
But yeah, vote for Markey. Don't vote for him.
So I know someone that worked at Seth's, office. And this was back in 2021 when they were going to expand settlements. I don't know if you guys remember, it was Sheikh Jarrah in Palestine, and that whole conversation about Palestine first kind of hit the news, like mainstream news. And she worked in his office, and she reached out to me. She was like, what do? I was like, you need to tell him to put a statement out in support of Palestine. So she was one of the only people in the office that was actually like, hey, you need to have a better stance on this. And he was vehemently like, no, you know what I mean? Everyone is pro-Israel. Everyone takes AIPAC money. What are you talking about, kind of thing, right? And so when we both saw him put out this statement today, it's been such a huge turn from where he was at even in 2021 and the statement that he put out in 2021. And I know, like, listen, I know some leftists who, I'm probably going to get fried in the chat for this, but I know some leftists where no one can ever do anything right with y'all. Like, AOC breathes and she's a demon. Bernie breathes and he's a demon. Like, there's not a single person in the Democratic Party that could ever do anything wrong for some leftists. But I just think at this point, like, a win is a win, and you just got to take it. Like, I understand the brain rot, and I understand where, how badly everything has gone. But at this point, like, you got to take a win for a win. People evolve, people change. This is obviously him evolving. He is a very milquetoast average white man. I get it. But, he's evolving. He's evolving.
Well, I mean, I think that it's a political evolution, and it's absolutely cynical. Nonetheless, I'll take cynical evolutions if he's going to vote the right way. But with that being said, again, there's an alternative who he's running against, Ed Markey. And even though Ed Markey is 79 years old, I'm going to go with the 79-year-old over this, like, younger dipshit corporate Democrat.
Listen, yeah. No, I get it. I will say, though, like, listen, I'm going to support whatever Democrat president runs in 2028, whatever. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'll do it. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm excited to rally behind them, but.
Well, don't give up your leverage just yet. Make them work for that. Hide that ball a little bit longer.
I'm not working for anyone. I don't work for anyone.
No,
I'm saying whatever the fuck I want. Like,
make them think at least.
Well, listen.
Even if you're gonna fall in line, make them think you're not gonna fall in line.
I'm not falling in line with anything. I just don't want another 4 years of this shit.
No, I understand.
We all tired, but it's great, Mike. You still have that. We got to fight for it. That's good. That's good because we've been rolling with that and keep that. Right. But people is tired. Now, we can't do what we did last year or the year before that. None of it worked. And I think that if we know we don't want what we have right now and this thing that we've had before, but the worst it's been, which is right now, then we really have to just be like, and we can't do it with Biden, which is like, we'll just take what we got. And then when we get it, we do nothing. That was the problem then. And then last year, of course, y'all know my whole issue with that is just not voting at all or whatever. We're here, but we just can't do none of those things. It already happened. We don't need to rehash. We just got to do better. I think on this following year, like you said, Ariana, you don't want to do nothing. You don't want what's happening now to further. So what we got to do is just make sure we got somebody in, but we also have to hold them accountable. That means even when they're in, we have to be like, listen, no, you said this, you said this, like be on their behinds, right? Like a lot of the people who are invited to go TikTok dance with the next Democratic president, go and pull up, ambush them. not
They won't.
but just
I know a lot of them.
They won't invite the people that would ambush.
Trust me, if they even get the inkling that you'll look at him sideways, you will get blacklisted. They will only let stooges into the White House. That's the problem. That's the literal issue. Like, they can't. So I saw the list. Sorry, I can't. So I saw the list of people that they invited. Okay, so before the government shut down or whatever, Hakeem Jeffries, I don't know who in the Democrats. I saw this because I know someone. I wasn't supposed to see this, right? It was like a back end of like what the staffers can see because I know people. And so they were like, hey, can you give me a rundown of these creators that have been pre-approved to cover the pre-shutdown festivities where Hakeem Jeffries is out on the street doing interviews? Literally every single creator was like the most inline Democrat creator on earth. Like the type of creators where like maybe once a year they'll be like, yeah, Hakeem Jeffries is great, but this one little thing could have been a little better, but we still love him in this ways. You know what I mean? And I was like, girl, all of these people are extremely Democrat aligned, not a single Muslim, not a single Middle Eastern person. All of them were very, very, very much liberal Democrat aligned. And that's the problem. See, like I will sit here and I'll talk all the shit I want about the Democrats, right? The thing is, they don't listen, they don't care. They will only let people in their bubble that fully support them. Now, if the Democrats had proper strategy, right, they would invite people like Mehdi Hassan, Joy Reid, Hassan Piker. They would invite people with number one, real pull, and number two, people who have an audience that truly trusts them and listens to them and really follows them and knows that they will always stand by their morals. But they won't do that. They will invite the smaller creators that will never say anything wrong about them because
they'll take irrelevance over being challenged. They'll invite the creators that have on Hakeem Jeffries, and the interview racks up hundreds of views at most.
I've actually seen exactly what you're saying. I think we've talked about that for about like a few years now, but I've seen that recently in a couple of the recent events that they've done, political things, that people who have salacious platforms who don't talk about politics at all were invited to a lot of these things. And I'm like, now you see them in the middle of them being like, Calabria on Love is Blind is X, Y, and Z. And then it goes into, but we really have to support what's happening right now because, who we have in office, they can't name a name. They can't tell us a policy, but they're just like really support, like, we can't have Trump back again. So let's go ahead and support, Cory Bush for coming back and but they can't give you any details. They can't do anything. So this is what they're doing. I'm like, y'all went to these events. A lot of the issues that you guys swore up and down that you were going to talk about or bring back came back with nothing. And I'm like, dang, they just inviting anybody to these places to push or to make change. And I think that's the weirdest thing. I don't really care to be in those rooms, but I would love to see people who are doing work seriously without the idea of just going viral, but people who are doing the work to be able to be in those rooms to gather information, give information, and all of those things, and to really form a type of union that makes sense right now. And it ain't that. It's really just, again, for clicks and kikiing and what just seems to be really pop. Like right now, how we're even seeing with Mamdani, and there are a lot of people, I seen some people who were supposed to be on the right side of things. By that I mean on the left-ish side of things. But they're putting out content like, but is he really the good pick for New York though? Because what he does over there, I saw somebody post this and I was like, this is so stupid. What he does over there is gonna bleed into Long Island.
Listen,
but there were likes on there. There are people commenting. There are people like really engaging on this post.
It's like, if you don't live in New York City, shut the fuck up. It's just that simple.
Unless you
I'm
support
sorry,
Mamdani,
y'all
then
are
you
not
can
gonna
speak
like
up.
this, but
Long Island want to be NYC so bad. It's crazy. But
just
anyway.
like, I meant this for the chat, not this panel. We are political commentators, so we have a right. But average person, like, please let us live. It's been Eric.
Unless you say something we agree with, then you could speak up. And if you say something that we don't like,
freedom of speech for
then you
all
have
of
to
us.
be
It's
quiet.
unless you're wrong. Actually, going off on that, we should probably talk about the Republican group chat.
Yeah, I actually have.
Wait, we barely watched any of the debate.
That's so true.
Okay,
Guys,
well, listen, I do have the group chat pulled up, by the way, so we can talk about that.
Okay.
I have some other highlights from the debate if you all want to watch them. I actually have some stuff planned for today, believe it or not.
Before we move on, Mamdani's team asked me to share a link with the chat. It's for volunteering. They need
Wait, before you share that link, we got to make this a quid pro quo. Have they agreed to bring him on Leftist Mafia?
I'm working on it.
Okay. We'll share the link then.
Let me not jinx anything. I'm working on it.
I'm just kidding about the quid pro quo, by the way.
No,
but yeah,
no.
definitely share.
No, I'm working on it. Trust me.
That'd be awesome to bring him on.
Yeah, I'm really working on it. So this link is for phone banking, guys. They need all the help that they can get. So if you guys can please do that. And then there's also a Canvas shift too if you are in New York City or in the areas of New York City. I take it back. If you live close to New York City, you can come on Canvas. But yeah, those are the two links that they wanted me to share. So just putting that out there.
Okay, very cool. Well, this one, this clip that I have pulled up, it's actually a little bit of a Curtis Sliwa dunk fest on Andrew Cuomo, but it's funny because, Mamdani comes in at the end to agree with him, but I thought that this was actually kind of funny.
Why? Because I said to him, don't you dare, we don't need it, and he backed down, and he will again.
By the way, he's just to give you some additional context, Cuomo is talking about how he's standing up to Donald Trump, okay? The guy who's like behind closed doors trying to get Trump to help him. He's talking tough right now, but so let me go back so you have that, context. You can listen to how absurd this is.
Why? Because I said to him, don't you dare, we don't need it, and he backed down, and he will again.
So that proves a good relationship.
Wait a second. The president is going to back down to you, Andrew Cuomo. I know you think you're the toughest guy alive, but let me tell you something. You lost your own primary, right? You were rejected by your Democrats.
Why
and
didn't
you have
you
a
send the
difficult
National Guard?
understanding that what the term no is. You're not going to stand up to Donald Trump.
I agree with Curtis.
You're not going to stand up to Donald Trump. Okay. And he can't stand up to Donald Trump, who knocked him right on his tuchus.
You negotiate
One of
with
the-
him. You don't
Knock him right on his tuchus. Shut the fuck up, Andrew.
One of the funniest things that I've seen online is there is a real belief among the anti-Zohran Mamdani people who've decided to back Cuomo that Curtis Sliwa is going to drop out, or not a belief so much, but a hope that Curtis Sliwa is going to drop out and endorse Andrew Cuomo. And I don't know why they think that. Is it because they just assume that Republicans are just so anti-socialist, or they call Zohran a communist? They're so leftist that's obviously what Curtis Sliwa is going to have to do. The belief that that's even a thing is so funny to me, because if you've watched anything throughout this entire campaign, it's so funny to me that Curtis Sliwa basically takes any chance he can get to take a shot at Andrew Cuomo. And whenever Zohran Mamdani comes up, who is the front runner, you think you'd go after the front runner, but Curtis Sliwa rarely, if ever, does that. But when Mamdani does come up, Curtis Sliwa's reaction has basically been we've had elected socialists in office before in New York, and we've survived. The life will go on. He is not really attacked Zohran Mamdani. He might have said he doesn't think he's qualified, or he doesn't believe in his policy, or that the basic stuff you would assume, but he's not really gone after Zohran. And I gotta think that I even remember that there was early on in the campaign, Curtis Lewa even came out and said like something to the effect that he was on some like right-wing show, and he said, whatever we do, we could attack Zohran without going after him for being Muslim. That's I don't want to do that. I'm not saying this to like give props to Curtis Lewa. This is a guy who runs a vigilante organization for Christ's sakes. But at the same time, I want to point out that I do think Curtis Lewa has a little bit of respect for Mamdani. He sees a New Yorker in Mamdani. And I think Mamdani has that same sort of like little bit of like belief, with a little bit of respect for Curtis Lewa too. This guy's I don't agree with anything he says, but this is a real New Yorker. This is a guy who's been here for decades. And we're going up against Andrew Cuomo, who's the biggest fake there is. He grew up in Queens, but he didn't spend any time here. His dad gave him everything on a silver spoon, and he basically got ascended to the governorship because his dad was the governor. And then he never came to New York City when he was governor. If you really want to understand Andrew Cuomo, please, by all means, look at what local media outlets and local news in Albany, how they covered him throughout his governorship. There was so much scandal, so much going on. There is like, it's so bizarre to me how like everywhere else covered Cuomo, when you would hear from these reporters and journalists in Albany who've dealt with him for decades, like the real Andrew Cuomo, because that's where he worked. And they'll be like, the rest of the world doesn't see the same guy we see. This is insane. Like he's not a New Yorker. I'm sorry. And I think that's what Sliwa and Mamdani both sort of align on the same page as. Like there is some sort of weird little respect between Sliwa and Mamdani, honestly.
I like that.
I don't know. I feel like he understands his like audience though. I think he understands if he's openly Islamophobic or hits Mamdani's character, he's going to be very disliked in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
But why would he care about that? Curtis Lewa doesn't care about that. Obviously, he thinks he's going to win. That's what he's trying to do. But at the same time, he's rarely, if ever, he rarely, if ever, is going after Mamdani. It's amazing to see something like that where like this guy thinks he's going to win. I mean, he's opening up offices, and like this isn't like just a fake run. Like the dude's really spending money and going for it.
This is how politics was in America, though. Like when you look at the way Obama was interacting with people when he would step on the debate stage, or like, it's very sad that now we see a Democrat and a Republican be cordial, and it's like, damn, this is such great. This is so great. Like
at the same time,
to be the norm.
at the same time, though, Curtis Lewa.
I just think it's wild. You know what I mean? Like this is really where we're at now.
A new
Democrat and a Republican are like cordial. It's like crazy.
No, I know what you're saying, but like a New York Republican, especially like an old school New York Republican, is not the same as like a Republican anywhere else. Like there are, Curtis Lewa, obviously we have disagreements with him, and he has some of the same, old school racist tendencies, being that he runs a vigilante group. But at the same time, he's not like the rest of the country who are Republicans probably look at him and don't consider him to be a real Republican, because he's still a New Yorker, and a New York Republican is still not a Republican to the rest of the country.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, also look at Vermont, for example. There's a Vermont, liberal as can be, blue as can be, Vermont, and they have a Republican governor. And you would never know the guy was Republican based on how he runs the state, but he's a Republican and they vote for him. When it comes to the Northeast is weird. Our Republicans aren't the same.
This is a clip of Mamdani dunking on Andrew Cuomo over his corruption.
Now, I agree with Police Commissioner Tish in that we do not need the National Guard here in New York City. We do not need them for the purpose of safety, because if it was safety that President Trump was so concerned about, he would send them to the 8 out of 10 states that have the highest levels of crime in this country, but he won't, because they're all run by Republicans. What New Yorkers need is a mayor who can stand up to Donald Trump and actually deliver on that safety. When Donald Trump sent ICE agents on people in Los Angeles, Andrew Cuomo said that New Yorkers need not overreact. That is the furthest answer that New Yorkers are looking for. They are looking for someone who will lead, someone who will say that they will have their back, someone who will actually fight for the people of this city. And that's who I am, because I'm not funded by the same donors that gave us Donald Trump's second term, which isn't something that Andrew Cuomo can say.
Thank you, Mr. Mamdani. Mr.
Such a good line. Like, every chance he gets, he's got to hit him on the corruption. It's so devastating.
He's really good at this. He's
quick on his feet, quick with his words, very witty. He doesn't have to do too much. That seems like he's, being stressed or has to, like, he's leaving that to the old people, and he's doing a really good job maintaining composure.
He did it on Fox News too when he went on national.
It's too bad that he was born in Uganda, honestly. Like, this is we're missing out on a generational talent who could potentially have been on the presidential stage. I'm not saying he would have won, but it seems like this is a guy who could have went the whole way.
I think,
The potential was there.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to change that. Apparently, term limits don't matter. The Constitution isn't in effect. So
hey, maybe after
Zohran 2028.
Well, maybe Pink could help, because that was Pink's whole shtick where he was going to change it. So
Cenk walked so Zohran can run.
Maybe after mayor, though. Maybe after he's mayor, he can run for governor. I mean, I think we really downplay the power of the governorship in the country. Like, governor is very powerful. I feel like we pay attention to. We overrate congressional races when we compared to like gubernatorial races,
right?
Because governors have a lot of power, and to have someone like Mamdani running, New York State, where the budget is, where he wouldn't have to, as mayor, he's going to have to work with Kathy Hochul.
Yeah,
if he was the governor himself, he could just fucking allocate those funds.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with him running for president, regardless of whether or not it's okay. I'm fine with, honestly, like, if he just wanted to seize power, not going to bother me. Dictatorship, Mamdani style. Because if we're going to be a dictatorship, I'd rather have somebody better. So yeah, whatever he wants to do, I support. I'm just kidding about it.
Is there another clip we got?
There is another clip. This one is, I believe it's near the closing section. Just a comment that he made that
Also,
just shows you how good he is.
do you guys know when the history of why the mayor of New York is such a big deal? Like, I don't know when it became. Was it like before we were born or something? I
think it's just
I
because
don't
it's such a
understand
big.
why
It's New York, baby. Are you kidding me? This is New York. What do you mean?
Yeah, but like, there's other big metropolitan cities too, and no one gives a crap of who their mayor is.
There's nothing like New York City. New York City is it.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
New York's all right.
New York City.
New York's high.
New York City is the place to be.
I'm
Okay,
walking
play the clip,
in.
sorry.
Okay.
I built affordable housing all across this nation. I built affordable housing in this city when I was in my 20s. I know how to get it done. I will get it done on the rent stabilized units. What I'm saying is those are the precious units, and we
We're out
should,
of time. I'm sorry,
we should
Mr.
keep
Cuomo.
them for
We didn't get
the
an
most
answer to the
rent
question.
burden.
We have to move on. But I have a question for you.
No, sorry, he invoked me for much of that question. Just a very brief response
Please,
here.
very brief.
You've heard it from Andrew Cuomo that the number one crisis in this city, the housing crisis, the answer is to evict my wife and I. He thinks you address this crisis by unleashing my landlord's ability to raise my rent. If you think that the problem in this city is that my rent is too low, vote for him. If you know the problem in this city is that your rent is too high, vote for me.
If I understand it
Sons of
correctly,
millionaires built affordable housing all across this nation.
He's so good at this.
Oh, that is so good. listen, the
Matt is a stan, and I love it.
The thing surrounding the rent stabilized thing is so insane to me. As a lifelong New Yorker, I have chased this elusive rent stabilized apartment for as long as I was looking for apartments. And people think that rent stabilized means super cheap. That's not the case. Rent stabilized apartment is, and I say this as someone who now, thanks to the COVID pandemic and people moving out of the city, moved into a rent stabilized apartment in 2020 where I am. Rent stabilized doesn't mean cheap. Rent stabilized apartments basically mean the landlord cannot raise your rent over a certain percentage. I believe it's like 1% every year. So every year, the max they can raise it is 1% or something like that. However, if a tenant moves out of a rent stabilized apartment, there is a larger amount that the landlords can raise the rent for the next tenant based on how much work they put into upgrading or updating the apartment. So what they do is they want rent stabilized tenants to leave so they can do whatever upgrades and then, raise the rent as much as they can legally for that next tenant. So rent stabilized apartments doesn't necessarily mean cheap. You get a cheap rent stabilized apartment if you're lucky enough to get a rent stabilized apartment after a tenant who's been there for decades moves out. Because it means, let's say someone's living in a rent stabilized apartment. They've been there for 20, 30, 40 years or whatever. And they're paying there's some people paying hundreds of dollars in rent. And they leave, though. So the landlord can raise it, but still only raise it at a certain percentage of that hundreds of dollars. But if you're getting a rent stabilized apartment where there's been tenant turnover every couple of years, then that apartment's probably close to in line with other non-stabilized rent prices. Maybe it's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. From what I understand, Zohran Mamdani's rent is over $2,000 for like a 1-bedroom or whatever. That's in line for Queens. He doesn't live in Manhattan or Brooklyn. It's Queens. Queens is cheaper than Manhattan or Brooklyn. So the idea that and there's a pretty good percentage. There's millions of apartments in this city that are rent stabilized. So the idea that he's holding an apartment from some poor downtrodden family that can't afford to live in New York is bullshit. Because in New York City, they actually set aside affordable housing units in certain buildings. And those affordable housing units are already expensive. Affordable housing in this city is like $2,000, $3,000 if you can believe it in some buildings. That's affordable housing for a studio. But also those affordable housing units require you to make a certain range of rent. So you have affordable housing units that say maybe it's a 1-bedroom for, let's just say $2,000, and that's being generous, probably a lot more. But the amount of money they make, they require you to make will be somewhere from like $60,000 to $95,000. And if you don't make that range, if you make under that or over that, you don't qualify for that affordable housing unit. And that's, again, I'm not talking about rent stabilized, which is what Andrew Cuomo is talking about, but I'm bringing it up to give you this understanding that rent stabilization, affordable housing, these are terms that have very different meanings in New York City. In New York City, these are specific things that are basically meant to lessen the burden, I guess, of people living in New York City, but it is not for low-income families because low-income families don't even make that much. A low-income family can't afford a $2,000, $3,000 1-bedroom apartment. That's not low-income housing. So I'm just pointing this stuff out about how Andrew Cuomo, because either he doesn't know, which I refuse to believe that, or he does know, but he's counting on people not to know. Because his voter base probably isn't even renters to begin with. His voter base are probably homeowners in the outer boroughs.
He knows, and he's counting on people not to, and that's why he's using that to make it feel like, oh, he's stealing from y'all, he see how he's taking advantage and all this other stuff. He knows he's a New Yorker. I mean, he ain't your type of New Yorker. You OG, you the real one, right? But he's not. He's counting on folks to to really want somebody other than Mamdani to really see something as an issue, and to be like, this person, this immigrant, this whatever is stealing our homes or taking from us and using, so it fits the rhetoric. So yeah, but good background on that.
I have a couple more debate clips, but Ariana, did you want to give us some context for this clip?
So this is just like you just have to play it. It has Eric Adams in housing. That's all you need to know.
If it has Eric Adams, I'm down.
It's like this. Like a lot of New Yorkers have to get roommates.
Right.
To afford play. We actually got you some roommates. Oh, dude, what are you doing?
What do you mean? I'm subletting. Okay, I'm up.
What? Is that all the roommates? Do we have a few more?
My girlfriend's coming over. You don't mind sleeping on the street tonight, right?
Dude, this is the mayor talking to you, bro.
These are all roommates.
These are all my roommates.
Where do they sleep together?
We have a bed right there.
Hey man, just real quick, can I use your toothbrush? Is that alright?
Dude, are you okay with that? I don't even use a toothbrush. Yeah, we can go over here. You're saying that we can zone more. Why are we so restrictive to begin with? Like, how did we end up in a situation where it's so hard to build?
I love that question.
Yo, the shower's not working in here.
What?
The shower's not working.
Dude, the shower's never worked.
Oh, guys, the shower's never worked.
Dude,
you guys gotta call a plumber. Are you kidding me?
How many guys were in that shower?
How do you rotate whose date night is?
How do we rotate?
Yes.
Well, I don't pull any girls at all.
I'm going to hang out with a shorty no matter where they came from.
Yeah.
Do you have any bamboo?
Bamboo?
Simple items such as bamboo, paper. You sure you don't have any in here? Something as simple as a crack pipe.
We have a bong.
This is the creative bar. You can now go into a legal shop and purchase weed. But the goal is when they passed the law, they had too many illegal shops open.
Right.
That was selling everything from shrooms.
And none of us have ever been to that. So what was that like? Mayor Adams, thank you so much.
Hey! I'm the landlord and I'm here to wreck your apartment. A thing that landlords do, apparently.
It's just like a bit about New York,
So
right, and stuff like that. I thought it was.
Kind of a waste of having Eric Adams though, because none of it really made any. It really made a point.
But he was the mayor.
It was just kind of stupid.
Yeah, but that's the point of Eric Adams, though. Like nothing makes sense. Like
He's the star, though. They had to let
mayor
him
of
do
New
more
York City,
talking,
though.
I think.
He is the mayor of New York City, and he didn't do nothing for renters. In fact, he oversaw the rise of rent for rent-stabilized apartments. I just realized, in the chat, when I mentioned the rent-stabilized apartments could be raised like 1% every year, that's actually old and out of date now. I couldn't remember what the new percentage was. People in the chat said it's like something like 2 to 4% or something like that, and that's thanks to Eric Adams. He did that directly as a result of the pandemic and landlords lobbying him that they weren't making enough money anymore because of the pandemic, and they needed to raise rent stabilized apartments more than the percentage that they were able to raise it previously. So who gets screwed over whenever there's a money crisis in New York City? It's the working people. It's not the people who own the actual buildings.
Yeah, okay. I've got a couple more clips from the debate. This one is he brings up the donations that Cuomo made to Elon Musk. Anytime he hits him for corruption, I always want to highlight that because I think it's so good. Democrats should be following this blueprint because it's very effective.
Let's talk about free buses. Mr. Mamdani, this is a centerpiece of your campaign. Can you explain how you will make buses free? You have 30 seconds to answer.
Absolutely. We will make buses free by replacing the revenue that the MTA currently gets from buses. This is revenue that's around $700 million or so. That's less money than Andrew Cuomo gave to Elon Musk and $959 million in tax credits when he was the governor. And the reason that we will do so is that making buses free doesn't just provide economic relief, but also public safety. Because what we've seen is that it decreases assaults on bus drivers by 38.9%. New Yorkers deserve more than the slowest buses in the country. I know.
Let's talk about free buses.
Just the little pot shots. He's so good at this. So good at this. Last clip, he calls out Cuomo's racism, specifically the mailers that happened during the primary when he was like sending him out, darkening his beard and stuff like that. I just wanted to
Oh, I
spotlight
didn't
this.
know
This
Cuomo
was
did that too.
By the way, for people who don't
Yeah.
know what Mamdani was referring to, it was a project that has since been called the Buffalo Billions. And basically, Andrew Cuomo put aside something like $959 million in state subsidies in order to help bring a headquarters for a solar panel company that's connected to Elon Musk and his family. It was like Elon Musk's cousins or something, which then Elon Musk then later took over or whatever. And the money went to them, and the project never panned out. Tesla ends up acquiring the solar panel company from Elon Musk's family, and I don't even know what ended up happening, but they got that money. They got those subsidies. It was a gigafactory for Solar City. That's what he's referring to there. Literally just giving subsidies to Elon Musk and family.
Yeah, that should be something that sinks him. That alone is like incriminating enough.
Again, these are things that like people in Albany have been constantly. This was like not new either. The Buffalo Billion thing happened in what was it, in 2012 or something like that. And the corruption came out real like before the Cynthia Nixon primary, that when she primaried Cuomo, and like people in Albany were banging the drums over all these corruption scandals, but Cuomo was like Teflon then. He was that powerful that he was just, these things weren't breaking through. It really did take him being outed as a pervert and a sexual harasser to end the power that he had in this state. He was untouchable. And now he can't even win a Democratic primary in New York City.
Okay, here's the last clip from the debate that I have to share.
To interrupt, I covered your speech in an Upper West Side synagogue where you said anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. There is no difference. And you were talking about Mr. Mamdani. Is that not an allegation?
No, I make that statement all the time. I wasn't referring to Mamdani.
Dangerous.
All right, Mr. Mamdani, a brief response, and then we have to move on.
I have denounced Hamas again and again, and it will never be enough for Andrew Cuomo, because what he is willing to say, even though not on this stage, is to call me, the first Muslim on the precipice of leading this city, a terrorist sympathizer, is to send mailers that artificially lengthen my beard, is to say to New Yorkers that they should be fearful. What I will do is deliver for all.
To interrupt, I covered.
So yeah, really important to call that out because he doesn't have anything, right? I mean, there's no substance there. Also, Cuomo doesn't have the sauce. So Mamdani is just basically blowing the lid off of his own campaign. Like, he's trying to scare you. Like, that's all he has. He's trying to get you to think, oh my God, this Muslim man is so scary and he's going to hurt us. When in actuality, he is trying to deliver for you, increase affordability. I mean, it's just, Cuomo is so fucking pathetic. And if I were him, I would like jump off a building in Minecraft because I couldn't live with myself knowing that I devolved into this fucking shell of a human being. It's just
I do just want to say though, what he did to Mamdani is textbook AIPAC. It's what AIPAC does. They did that to Corey, to Corey Bush.
Didn't they do it to Jamal Bowman too?
Yeah, to Jamal Bowman as well.
Right.
They primarily do it to Black candidates, but whenever there's a Middle Eastern candidate, they'll do it to them too. They're just not as common. But it's textbook Zionism. It's to distort. I mean, they made Corey Bush look so like they distorted her face so much to the point where her jaw looked different. It wasn't even just the color of her skin. They made her face look different to the point where you kind of had to look to notice. But it wasn't super obvious. But if you look at it closely, it's obvious. Her jaw was completely shifted. Her lips, they made it bigger. It was just it's really fucked up. It's something they do all the time. It's not new.
Yeah. They think that they're being subtle, but they're not being subtle at all. Okay. So I do have some other clips here.
Well, before you play the other clips,
I
don't want to hold y'all. Yeah, no, I got work in the morning. I told y'all 6 a.m. So,
my goodness.
I love you guys. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. So I will see you guys on next Thursday.
You
Hopefully.
take care, Rebecca.
Sleepy Rebecca. Sleepy Rebecca.
I'm tired. Sleepy.
You go get some sleep.
Rebecca,
No,
no energy.
rest is radical.
No attitude. But I love you guys. Mean it. And I will see you guys hopefully
You
with
take
more energy
care.
next Thursday.
Thanks
Hold
for
it
coming.
down.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, so I have a video of former Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. I don't know if you all saw this yet, but
he fell?
oh, you spoiled it. Yes, he fell.
It was going on. I think everyone knew about it. No, I mean,
I wanted to surprise the people who haven't seen it yet, but I'll play it. I love this clip so much because the way he falls is so dramatic. Like I don't know how to explain it. Let me just play it.
My name is Stella. I want to ask, do you support ICE taking working people off the streets and kidnapping them?
You're going to hell. You're going to hell.
The way the word kills me.
why is he still like in do these I don't get like you're
I'm trying to keep my
life's
composure
mission-
here, but Mike is killing me.
I'm
your
cackling.
life Mitch McConnell's life's mission has his plan panned out. He's got what he wanted. He's insanely rich and wealthy. The conservative project that he fought so hard for, the racist, anti-immigrant world he wants to live in, is currently being rolled out. Why is he still 80-something all-year-old Mitch McConnell still in fucking office? Why not just fucking go home, fucking have your early bird 5 p.m. dinner, wake up at 4 a.m. to watch the sun, like just go home, go retire already. Like I don't understand.
I'm literally crying, and I've seen this
love
clip
how
like
me
1,000
and Mike are
times.
just not. We're just not like we're just shit posting, and you're out here giving like real analysis.
It took me out again. Every time I have to watch it again. We haven't even seen the full clip, by the way. But
See,
it's just
this is what you call balance. Balance of a podcast.
Mike seems very performative. What I don't even know what that means. Like, what am I performing? Performing like laughing at Mitch McConnell falling? I don't even know what you mean by
Matt
that.
is trying so hard. Matt's like, Lord, just 1 more hour with these two.
1 more hour? We got an hour left?
It's just I have to watch it from the very beginning because like the whole lead up, like it builds up to it, and then the moment when it happens, it's just so like it's so overwhelming for me.
My name is Stella. I want to ask, do you
Stella!
support taking working people off the streets and kidnapping them?
Hang on.
What does he say?
Bruh. He's like literally decomposing. Oh my god. How did that lady not laugh? Can we? I want to see if we can see the lady. Like, what is her reaction when he just falls?
She just.
She's like, what
she
the
seems pretty
fuck?
shocked. She's like, what? She's caught off guard. She's.
Kidnapping them?
I love how she's talking to him slowly too. Like she's talking to him as if he's a baby or something. You guys notice that?
Because she
Yeah.
knows that his brain is fucking chocolate pudding. Wow. Oh, she pushed him. We got some conspiracy theories in the chat. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure she pushed.
Yeah, I do not feel bad for laughing. If you guys are like offended by that, you can
No, it's-
suck a lemon. I don't give a shit.
It's just
funny.
that
He's a demon.
For me, it's not that it's inappropriate or anything. I could care less. It's Mitch McConnell. It's just that like we get it now. He's old. Like this isn't even the first time he's fallen on camera, right? We've seen him
He's like
already.
He's froze on camera.
He froze, but I'm also pretty sure he's fallen.
I think he had that one moment where he just completely lost his train of thought and he was just staring into space. But I don't think I've seen him fall before.
Oh, all right.
I don't know if there's. I'm looking for other videos of him falling, and just the recent one is coming up. Oh wait, no, there is an older one. Oh no, it's just the thumbnail that's different.
Yeah. All right. Well,
the conversation of them being old keeps coming up because it's a thing, but him falling has not been a thing.
Oh my God, there's a video I want to share with you all.
He's fallen asleep a couple times.
That's true. Mitch McConnell falls. What's next for Congress? I just love that title so much. Oh, I really just wanted to share that. Mitch McConnell stumbles, falls after question about ICE. Yeah, that's the only one I could find. But if there's more out there, then send them to me, chat. Okay, so
I'm so happy you got a laugh out of that, Mike. I feel like you need it.
You have to laugh, otherwise you're gonna go crazy during this time.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, if you could laugh at somebody who's like responsible for people literally dying because of his policies, like a social murderer like him, then you should do that. But speaking of bad policies, Nazis. So the Young Republicans group chats were exposed, and were any of you surprised by what you saw there?
Yeah, I had no idea that young Republicans were racist Nazis. No clue. No, it's the biggest surprise.
So unoriginal, like all their saying the N word, saying the F. Like, can you be a little creative at least? Like, maybe come up with something new. It's just so. It's the same shit. Also, I know you guys are gonna call me fucking fat phobic or whatever. I don't care. I feel like they would have all really benefited from, sharing dietary tips rather than fucking.
No, I got some shit. I got some shit for bringing that up on the Majority Report earlier today. But I gotta say, here's the thing. Listen, there's nothing.
Saying the N-word. I don't give a fuck. Like, go on.
There's nothing.
Talk shit.
No, but there's nothing wrong with being overweight, or if you want to say fat, or bald or balding. There's nothing wrong with that stuff. Mm-hmm. But if your whole deal is that you are genetically the superior race, if that's your whole ideology, that the Aryan pure-blooded white race of masculine, manly alpha males is the purest and greatest, then I'm sorry, I am going to bring up how you look, because you can't look like that, all right? You just can't, okay?
Yo, he's I'm sorry, he's so ugly. Like, how are you?
You can't fucking
how
look
are you
like...
built like a refrigerator?
You can't look like...
Yo, I'm going to get canceled.
He has the body of PlayStation 1 graphics.
You can't look like the son of Austin Powers and Grimace from McDonald's and be a pure blood white race is the best race, Aryan. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't look like that and do that. You just can't.
Dude, share fun facts about Ozempic or something. Why are y'all focused on saying the N-word? So many jokes about the gas chambers, like...
Yeah, there's other pictures here too. There's this one. He's the one who said that rape is epic. Yeah. Then there's this guy, Paul. Here we go, Paul Giatta. This is a quote, young Republican, by the way, who said that he loves Hitler and he wants to do physiological torture. Just the sickest people you can imagine. And again, I have to echo what you both said. Like, they believe they are the quintessential peak specimen of human beings. They are the master race. When, I mean, if I looked like them, I would not be happy. I would be as miserable as they are. So it makes sense, because we've talked about this before. Hate ages you. And if you are hateful, like, that ugliness will seep into the outside. It's like a curse. And they've got it, right? Like, they all they do in these chats, if you go up to the very top, it has like some of the examples of what they say. Like, all they talk about is how much they hate women and black people and gay people, Jewish people. It's just nonstop bigotry. So if all you do is hate, like that, I think you're saying something about yourself more than you're saying about the people who you're attacking. Like, you're miserable, and it's clear that these people are so miserable. And then when you read the article and then you scroll down and you get to the pictures, it's like, oh, I get it. I would be miserable too if I were them, because they're gross. They're just straight up gross, objectively.
Like that's another major thing. That's another thing why like we bring up the looks, because that actually is a major factor in and not actually their looks specifically. It's their looks and how they perceive society treating them because of their looks. Like, these are all guys, and you see this a lot with young conservative men who get really upset when this is a huge thing in like the young neo-Nazi male world, white supremacist world. You see them posting pictures of stereotypically like ugly guys who have girlfriends, and not just girlfriends, they have attractive girlfriends too, and they get angry about it. How does this guy get someone like that and I don't? And it makes them angry because they don't realize that you can look like this. You can look like this and be a good person. And guess what? That's attractive to a lot of people.
Yes, they don't understand that.
I mean, I don't know. To me, they look kind of inbred.
Like, objectively, I think that they are like, I mean, undeniably ugly. Like, let's not mince words. These are disgusting people. But at least if they were likable and they weren't hateful bigots, there'd be something about them to like, where it's like, okay, this guy, this guy in the corner, I forgot his name. Is it Bobby? Maybe I know this is Paul, but it's like, okay, maybe if Paul was like, you know what, I'm gonna stand up for unhoused people, it'd be like, okay, you know what, Paul, maybe we could be friends.
Look, Mike and myself are not male models. I know I might shock you, but I'm going to assume Mike had the same experience. Never had a problem with getting girlfriends or boyfriends or having relationships, because
how many boyfriends have you had, Matt?
I'm saying for you, actually, I've never had a boyfriend.
Gay.
I've actually probably throughout my life been hit on by more men than women, though. I'll tell you that much.
I think it's the opposite for me.
Listen.
Low key.
I mean, I'm not surprised by that though, Mike, because you have a full beard, a full head of hair. Those are qualities that you can't find after a certain age.
Yeah. I will say that it's mostly middle-aged women that hit on me, and I'm flattered every single time. If I was straight, I'd smash every one of them. I'm so sorry, ladies, but I'm not available. Sorry, tangent.
I will say, like, listen, we all have group chats. We've all said stupid shit in group chats. I get it, okay? But like, this type of degeneracy is insane. It's really insane. And the fact that they all felt another thing that's so scary is how comfortable they felt saying all the things that they were saying, especially about, gas chambers, or referring to Black people as, monkeys or whatever.
I want to watch people burn.
Right. It's just like, you felt so comfortable within your friend group that you thought there was never going to be any consequences and you guys were all going to be safe. And it's like, that just kind of shows you how scary and dangerous. I mean, they're all ugly as fuck, and they're all inbred, and they all probably couldn't run a mile if they wanted to. But, they are still kind of dangerous, like they're the types of people where a Black person will knock on their door and try to tell them that, I don't know, they have a box on their porch that's a male, and they'll shoot them because they'll think that, it was a burglar. You know what I mean? They're scary in their own ways. But
also, we didn't even bring up that these are people in their 30s and 40s who are young Republicans, and the conservative movement, the larger conservative movement, like the vice president of the United States, J.D. Vance, is going around talking about this, calling them young men in college, calling them college kids.
Yeah, he said that they're kids.
It's just funny because you say
pull the guys up. Pull this guy up. That's a kid. That's a kid.
No,
It's a 40-year-old man. It's a 40-year-old man.
If you quote Charlie Kirk, you will literally lose your job, or you'll have Laura Loomer trying to fucking deport you, right? But then you can be in these types of group chats and they're just children that make stupid jokes. Be so fucking for real.
Yeah, because Nazism is excusable, right? But if you quote somebody to demonstrate that they were a bigot when they lived, then that's beyond the pale. You have to lose your job. You have to be harassed and doxxed and threatened. It's just everything that they say goes. Everything that we do is evil.
No, it's crazy because JD Vance's kids are brown. He has brown kids.
Yeah.
Like, JD Vance, would you feel comfortable having them babysit your brown kids for a weekend? Yeah? You want it since it's okay.
I mean, he probably would. It's scary enough. You know, that's the.
No, I don't
He
think
probably
so.
would.
You know what? I actually beg to differ. And you know why? I don't think JD Vance is stupid. I would love to think that he's
I
stupid,
think he
but I
is.
actually think he's very calculated. No, I think I think JD Vance is in the same ballpark of Ted Cruz, where they're both insanely racist pieces of shit, but they actually, everything they do is calculated and they're not stupid. You know what I mean? Like someone like Donald Trump, I'll be like, he's stupid. But someone like Ted Cruz, sure, he doesn't know his facts when it comes to the Middle East. Fine. Like he's stupid in certain ways, but when it comes to political, like national political messaging and communication, I think they both know exactly what the fuck they're doing. Ew.
Going on a little photo shoot. So on that note, though, Ariana, I wanted to play this clip.
I'm sorry, his haircut is giving gay. Am I?
It's more giving Nazi. I don't think a gay man would get that haircut.
Really?
If he did, it would be a little bit. It wouldn't be
Wait,
as
is that-
sharp. Like high. I've never seen a gay man with that haircut.
Is that him posing on the set of The Zone of Interest? Like, what is? Where does that background? Right? Does that look like that movie where they're about the Nazis who live next to the concentration camp? That looks like the fucking Zone of Interest over there.
So on the note about like JD Vance and his kids,
He's just so
Jennifer Welch is now getting attacked because she dared to actually reference what you said there. So this was on MSNBC, where she said this. It's really quick.
Also, love her. She went after Cory Booker, our queen.
She's a fucking queen. I would die for her. I absolutely stan 100%. Please don't let me down, queen. But here's what she said.
He is married to a woman of Indian descent.
Yes.
He has mixed race children.
Yes.
So to all of the MAGA voters out there, if this man will not defend his wife and will not defend his kids, do you think he gives a crap about you or anything to do with you?
Such a good point. And I just want to show you, you mentioned Ted Cruz. This is disgusting. Leave his kids alone. Bro, she's not attacking his fucking kids. She's saying stand up for your kids. They're so disingenuous, so insufferable.
Well, that's one of the Ted Cruz is the guy who didn't even stand up for his own wife when Donald Trump called her ugly.
Right. That's a great point. Yeah, that's a great point. They will sacrifice their own family members to the fucking gods of capitalism if they can get a little bit of advancement in their political careers. They're so gross. They're so disgusting. They have no principles, no loyalty, even to like their loved ones. They're just disgusting, ugly people. I hate them.
To be fair, though, I will say I do think, as a fellow brown woman myself, I do think Usha Vance is a bird, because I'm sorry, you are also allowing yourself to subjugate your own brown children to this. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's gross.
Like, genuinely, I don't know. I mean, she had a great job at a law firm. She left it all to be JD Vance's wife, and to subjugate her own children to this just not.
It's really
shit.
cruel, honestly.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And the amount of Republican men who are coming out who have Latina girlfriends or like Indian, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's so weird to me because as a fellow brown woman myself, like, shame on you. Fucking shame on you. I'm allowed to say that because I'm sorry. Like, you are the one standing behind your man and saying, you know what, it's okay. You can disrespect me. You can disrespect my kids. I'm actually, I'm trying to make myself as white adjacent as possible. Baby, they're never going to accept you. Like, you're never going to be one of them. You're always going to be a brown Indian woman, which, by the way, there is insane racism coming from everyone when it comes to the Indian community. And for her to just put all of that aside and just be okay with subjugating her kids to it, like, yeah, you're a fucking bird too. Like, you guys are both birds. You know what I mean?
I had to do applause. We have sound effects, so that was a great rant. I feel the same way about like my own community, Ariana. Like when Dave Rubin shills for Republicans and he has a husband and 2 kids. It's like you're aligned with people who think that your family is immoral, who think that you shouldn't have kids. And one day your kids are going to grow up and see all of this. They're going to see the things that they said about you and their parents. And I think that that's so gross to put them through that. Like, you're almost guaranteeing that they're going to have trauma. And it's not fair to the kids. Like, I genuinely feel bad for them because they have no control in the situation.
The amount of deconstruction that these kids are going to have to go through if they choose to go through it. Some kids never go through it, right? Some kids never per se see the light, but it's just so hard. And one time I did ask, because I saw this when I'm not gonna lie, I was a little high. I was kind of just like looking through clips and stuff like that, and I was like, there's a bit of a rise within the Indian community and republicanism. Like when you look at someone like Vivek Ramaswamy or Nikki Haley, who completely changed her name to seem white, right? Her name was Nimrata. I'm sure everyone in the chat already knows this because this is old news. JD Vance's wife, and I asked my Instagram, I was like, Indian people, can you guys please explain this to me? Like, what is going on? And it's a lot of internalized racism that stems from colonialism, right? Like the caste system that they have, this obsession with skin bleaching and the skin bleaching market, the fact that a lot of them align themselves with this modern, the whole model minority, shit, where it's like, oh, yes, I'm a minority, but I'm adjacent to white people.
I'm one of the good ones,
right? It all goes back to colonialism. It all goes back to colonialism. It always does. And it's just like, you either unlearn it or you end up like fucking Usha Vance, where you think you're one of them and you're never going to be one of them.
I want to find a clip that I saw on the subject of Vivek Ramaswamy, where he was talking to, I think it was a Turning Point USA crowd, and basically he learns in real time, and this is kind of sad, that he'll never ever be accepted. And this is not the first time he's experienced racism, but like, I mean, this here is very, very explicit. Let me just
also the chat is also bringing up Sagar. Sagar is a great example of that too.
Jesus Christ is God, and there is no other God. He is part of the Holy Trinity, and any other God is a demon, and it's false. How can you represent the constituents of Ohio who are 64% Christian if you are not a part of that faith? If you are an Indian, a Hindu, coming from a different culture, different religion than those who founded this country, those who grew this country, built this country, made this country the beautiful thing that it is.
I just want to pause and like, I don't know if you hear the inspirational music as if this kid is cooking.
I thought that was you.
No, I did not add that. Just full disclosure. Okay. So they think that this is like inspirational. He's cooking. Yeah, we're taking America back. This is fucking insane to me.
Today, what are you conserving? You are bringing change. I'll be 100% honest with you. Christianity is the one truth.
Christian voices should be the main voice of America, and I want to know basically why you seem.
All these people have these dead eyes. They all look the same. I'm sorry.
Also, is it just me or does Vivek look kind of like weird? Like his skin color looks a little weird.
It might be the video itself and the lighting.
Okay.
And he probably is wearing makeup also for this event.
Okay, yeah, because he looks kind of, I don't know, he looks weird. Or is he
I think it's I think he's wearing way too much makeup, as Republican men tend to do.
Okay.
And Republican women actually, so they all wear makeup a lot, like too
He,
much
he
makeup.
almost looks like you know when you go to a dead viewing body, like that type of makeup. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh yeah, like when they
He looks like a cadaver. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like the cadaver makeup. It looks weird.
He does, yeah.
Tell me
I'd
I'm not the
imagine that.
only one that sees it. Like I'm not going insane.
I can see it now that you pointed it out. Yeah. Somebody says morgue makeup in the chat. Yeah, that's what that looks like. God, these people are like, it's fucking Stepford Wives shit. They're all so
Hey,
just like
Halloween.
creepy.
Halloween's around the corner.
My God.
To be, and I don't mean to be horribly offensive, but why you seem to be masquerading as a Christian.
You familiar with the Ten Commandments?
You call yourself a Hindu, but you also call yourself Christian.
I don't call myself Christian. I call myself a Hindu. I'm not running to be pastor of Ohio. I'm running to be governor of Ohio, and I didn't run to be pastor of America. I ran to be president of the United States of America. What's your faith?
I'm a Christian. Follower of Jesus.
Great. Do you believe in the Holy Trinity? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit?
I think a lot of people here do. So
Good. And that doesn't make you a polytheist, does it?
Probably not, no.
Great. And so in my faith, I believe there's one true God. He resides in all of us, and he appears in different forms, but it's one true God. So I'm an ethical monotheist. That's the way I would describe my faith. Do you think it's inappropriate for someone who's a Hindu to be, say, a U.S. president?
No, I think it's... No, well...
You be honest.
Isn't Hinduism...
Because you're an Indian.
I can ask yourself that Hinduism...
Okay, that edit tells me that a liberal put this together.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was the right, but no,
But
I stand corrected.
I would say more so than the funny overlay of Ann Coulter. I thought that moment where he says, yeah, it's fine if a Hindu is president, and then he says it, and he doesn't like how it sounds coming out of his mouth, and he's like, wait a minute. I just no, I can't even pretend, even though I'm on, because it's clear he did not want to say that, but he knows he's on camera and didn't want to come across as a bigot. But once the words come out of his mouth, he feels so disgusted with himself. He just has to like go, yeah, you know what? I'm a bigot. Let's go with it. Keep playing it though.
You don't want to see his leaked group chats from Telegram.
Yeah.
They'd be very spicy, to put it mildly.
In Shiva and what is it? The flute. God, I forget.
Right, Krishna, who's you're thinking of?
Yeah, Krishna. But isn't Charlie Kirk's organization founded on Christian values as well? And isn't the United States of America also, based on what Protestantism is? It's based on
No, it's
on
not,
how,
dumbass. No, it's not. Read a
values
book.
are.
Cut your hair and read. So
Wouldn't
cut your hair so you can
that
see the book.
contradict what your
Cover your
beliefs
eye.
are?
Like I said, I'm not here to justify my faith to you any more than you are to me, but what I do share is the value set this country was founded on. And I think that it's really important that we not reinvent the founding of this country and what it was actually all about.
I'm sorry, I could not get over his makeup. His makeup was so bad.
Just brutal. Just absolutely brutal.
Hey, yeah, they're lying in the bed they made. I mean, it's unfortunate that we got to lie in it too.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, if I were Vivek Ramaswamy,
I don't feel bad
I would
for
have
him.
the
I'm sorry.
self-respect to not put myself through that. But this is the path that he chose. He chose capital over his own human dignity, and this is what it gets him.
What's crazy about Vivek is that if he was a white man with a white name, I feel like he would have had a solid shot. Like,
oh, for sure.
I think he would have had a solid shot. But the problem was he's Indian.
If instead of Vivek Ramaswamy, he was Victor Ramsey, he would have had a real shot.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But
honestly, I agree, because they love smart Republicans. Like, that's why Ben Shapiro was popping off for a while, because anybody who actually has enough brain cells that can rub together, they can perform.
Not smart.
Smart enough to perform intelligence, to make it seem as if like they have a cohesive worldview, and it's not just about like money, because they love that, because they know they're dumbasses. They love Donald Trump. They love dumbasses, but they also love the intellectuals. That's why Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro are popular. So I 1,000% agree with you. And just to put a cap on the last conversation about the young Republicans, I wanted to share this image from Wajahat Ali, because there was some more. Like, it just, I think we need to see the faces of the people who wrote these texts. So this guy, he's the one who said he loves Hitler. Everybody who votes against him is going in the gas chamber. Joe Maligno.
It looks like his.
It
looks like his hairline is trying to do a little Hitler hairline there. All right, who's next?
So this guy, I mean, I feel like, how can you even say this is a human being? Like, what is this? Like,
He looks
I'm
like
sorry.
he looks like Rick Scott's son, the evil son of Rick Scott.
And then you have this guy. He wrote 1488, shorthand for Heil Hitler, as if they all don't know that. Trump is too busy burning the Epstein files. So he did at least acknowledge that Donald Trump is covering for pedophiles. But you know, I guess he's more down with the 1488 stuff, so he's forgiving the pedophilia. This is the guy who according to the article,
young John Fetterman.
They use slurs like 250 times. This dude used variations of the N-word. And he said, would he like some watermelon and Kool-Aid with that? I mean, they are so fucking just predictable. I can't, like, it's unbelievable.
No,
this
it's
is actually
wildly unoriginal.
Yeah, just the old school racism. They're not like reinventing it. It's just like, let me rehash the old like fucking minstrel show shit that we think is so edgy. Shut the fuck up. You're such losers. So this guy is actually an elected official. She just didn't bathe often. By the way, this is what he's saying about an Indian woman. She's not brown. She didn't bathe often. That's the comment that he was making. And also anti-Semitic. You're expecting the Jew to be honest? I mean, this is what the fuck they say behind closed doors. They're so hateful. This dude, racist against Latino people. When they were talking about the NBA, he said if I wanted to go to I'd go to the zoo if I wanted to watch a monkey play ball. Like, bro, go fuck yourself. Like, these people are so pathetic. Bobby Walker, the guy who thinks rape is epic, says stay in the closet, F-slur. I mean, like, at least F-slurs are getting laid, bro. You're never touching anything, be it a pussy or a booty hole. Like, that hand right there is going to be your lover for the rest of your life. Like, you're going to be miserable. Also, he says, if they vote for us, why would they be gassed? This is a response to what he said. He's like, no, we got to do, physiological warfare on all of them. And then last but not least, here we have Annie K. Katie, which is a stupid name. Who do we bring? When do we bring that side out? I don't know for sure about the context here, if that's like, when do we bring out the Nazi side of us or something else? She also said, I'm ready to watch these people burn now. I mean, these are the most pathetic people ever. Remember their faces and don't forget it, because they represent probably like 99.9% of the young Republican organization and Republicans across the country. And
they won't even.
Republicans
won't even. Yeah.
But that's who they are. Sorry.
No, but Republicans won't even denounce this. Like, the majority of Republicans won't even denounce what they're saying. JD Vance is defending them. The head guy of Turning Point USA now, the spokesperson, the one who was the go-to contact for all the Charlie Kirk news after that happened last month. The guy who runs Turning Point USA now pretty much is out there refusing to denounce it. These guys,
shocking.
These guys are all these guys. Like this is all of them. This is how they are. This is how any Republican under the age of 40 is now. That's what they believe. That's how they think. This is who they are.
Yeah. These poor 40-year-old kids, as Bad Lefty says. I mean, this is the Republican Party. They are Nazis. They are closeted homosexuals. And they are protectors of rich pedophiles. This is the party.
I just feel like if they... You know how girls are so okay with just like kissing girls? I feel like they should just embrace it and just kiss each other out, you know?
That's the only way they're going to get laid.
They could pay for it.
I mean, they'd have to pay a premium, right? Like, there's a tax on ugly, I would imagine. So...
You know, you'd be surprised. There are birds like Usha Vance that would jump on it. I will say it's honestly, I will say, and I do truly believe this. behind every truly successful man, I do believe there's a woman or a partner, albeit whatever pronoun. And it's the same thing with Charlie Kirk, same thing with, like they always have a partner that's probably worse than them. And it's just how it's always going to go. Because that turnaround for Charlie Kirk's wife was crazy work. I was like, God damn, girl, you're on this podcast the day after he died. Like, you don't even want to take 2 business days off. Like, that's
when my
crazy.
cat died, I was out for like 2 weeks. I couldn't even function.
No, my dad died. I was not here for like 2 months, and I didn't even like the dude. Like, we did not have a great relationship. You know what I mean? Like, I would be real with you, but it's like, are you gonna grieve? Like, she literally walked out of his funeral as if it was the WWE fucking entrance. Like, it was whole thing was so weird. It just, Republican or Democrat, whoever, whatever, politics or not, if any wife moved that way, I would 100% question their motives. Like, hey, were you bagging on this the whole time? Because you don't seem like you're showing an ounce of, because it's okay to not show any emotion, because some people, they grieve differently. And if you're a crime junkie, you learn that, right? Some people, they just grieve differently and it doesn't mean anything. Some people cry a lot, some people don't. I, for example, did not cry after my dad died, but I dealt with it my own way. But it was that she didn't show any emotion, on top of she hopped on that podcast and she was like, we're going. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Like, you could just sit on a podcast and talk for hours after your husband just got murdered. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique way to handle grief. Like you said, everybody handles it in their own way, but that would be not something that I think I could ever, like, if I lost my partner, I don't know if I'd be able to like ever get on camera again. I'd be broken. So I mean, the fact that she's able to do that, more power to her. It's just it's certainly unorthodox.
I don't know. It's weird. The whole thing's so fucking weird.
All Republicans are just, I don't know what to say about them. Like, they're just so fucking, I hate them. So annoying.
I just think Trump brought out the true like how Republicans really have felt this whole time. And I think And I think that, a black president was what really tipped them over the edge. They saw a black president, they were like, oh, fuck no, like, we cannot be going down this route. And then Trump came, empowered them, and now we're here. The mask is fully off. And it's like, all right, are we going to keep going down this road, or are we going to shift it a little bit within the next 2 years? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's the scary part. Matt's over. Matt's like, can we just get to the super chats?
No, I agree. But yeah, I guess we should get to the super chats, right?
We all read your mind, right?
No, I think I'm just it's been a long day, but and I agree with what you're saying. It's just this is it is what it is, right? We're doing this every week now. The same Republicans getting worse and worse, right?
It is what it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, No Kings protest is happening on Saturday.
Right. Yeah.
Don't ask me how I feel about y'all. Can I talk about a hot take that I've been talking about within my group chats? But like,
sure.
Not
what else are you
publicly.
saying in group chats? Is there anything spicy like we saw in that Politico article?
No. Y'all, I feel like listen, please, guys, please still go out to these protests. Okay, don't let me discourage you, which is why I haven't said anything publicly. But Matt's like, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna keep this 3 minutes. 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutes tops.
It's all right.
I just feel like protests in America have kind of turned into parades. Like, I
think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think anything that gets people out there and gets them active and involved. This is, I haven't always felt this way. I was probably along with you 2 years ago, but I think now it's strictly just about having the numbers and getting as many people involved, knowing that, saying what's going on is wrong. And I think that's important. You know, maybe one day we'll get back to a point where we can say, no, this, you know, the issue that's being protested or we're marching for is very serious. We need to focus on the message that we're sending on this specific issue we're marching for. But when it comes to what's going on right now with ICE and any sort of anti-Trump, anti-administration protest, whatever gets people out, we need the numbers. We need to show the rest of the country that actually, you know, if you are being quiet because you think this is just how it is now, that this is what people want because Trump won, you're wrong. People, the majority of this country does not agree with what's going on, and here they are on the street showing you that. I don't care if they're showing up in costumes. I don't care if it's a bunch of boomer libs coming out to you know. Yeah, that's how I look at it right now.
I will say, I don't agree that they've become parades, but I do live in Portland, and I did purchase a frog costume.
Yes, yes.
So I guess I'm not the best person to make that argument since I'm kind of making it a little bit silly. But in Portland, it's very like we have to do this because after he said that it was a war zone, to see the juxtaposition of his comments with like the footage of people vibing out in their frog costumes.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's really perfect. So I guess I'm turning the one that I'm going to into a parade kind of, but you know.
No, I think this conversation was really needed because I haven't really been talking about this to anyone because I don't want to discourage anyone. But I do think there is power in numbers for sure.
Yeah.
I just hope that, you know, there's a lot of DSA members out there, you know, a lot of people like from different organizations bringing people in to, you know, do community work and stuff like that. Because if you're going out one day with a sign for 3 hours and you think that's going to do it, it's just not, you know what I mean?
You're right to be cynical, Ariana, because like, unfortunately, protests in America don't actually really make a difference anymore. It doesn't matter how many people take to the streets. Like Black Lives Matter, we got nothing out of that, right? The biggest civil rights movement globally.
That's not true. That's not true. I think a lot of middle-aged to older libs woke up, honestly, to finally, and I don't think we lost those people. I think they're just the Democratic base now that we take for granted. Honestly, I think
politically, like the government didn't respond.
Yeah,
you know,
sure. Yeah, I mean,
but
to
agree with that point that you're making, though, I think that the value in protest these days is really for like the optics for the people to get them to pay attention. For the No Kings protest, there's a ton of different groups. Like you have Republicans shrieking about like the American Communist Party being there and DSA, you know, being part of it. This is mostly going to be a lot of like older liberals who are at these events, but that's a very, very good reason for lefties to show up because you're gonna be there and you're gonna be talking to people, and this is how you really radicalize people. And I've talked with a lot of people attending the No Kings, like met a lot of people recently at like a sign making thing, and a lot of these people are kind of getting involved in politics for the first time. They're very new. They just see what's happening with Donald Trump. So it's a great entry point into like organizing. It's a great entry point into radicalizing people who don't necessarily follow politics as closely. You know, seeing all the protests in Portland, you know, one of my family members reached out to me, getting more involved in politics. So there is still a benefit, I think, to protesting. I just I understand being cynical from the point of view that the government's not going to respond. They don't care about protest. But it's not really about that. It's just like showing people that there are more of us than there are of them. And I think that if this No Kings protest like actually has the numbers that it's projected to have, which is around like 10 million people, I think that's really wonderful, right? Because a lot of politics are people who are just like casually listening, and they get swayed by like who is making the bigger, louder argument. They hop on the bandwagon. So we need to make it look like they want to be on our bandwagon, right? If we want to shift the Overton window back, It's hard to do, but I mean, it starts at that local level where, you know, I think that even if it does nothing, just meeting with people in your community, organizing with them, venting to them about politics, feel the same way as you, I think that's really, really important.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my perspective on the whole thing. I think that if you're gonna go, if you're thinking about going, you should go. Bring a friend. If you don't have any friends, you're probably gonna make one at the protest. You're gonna connect with people.
It may be an
Show up.
80-year-old liberal, but you will make
I thought, Mike, I thought you were going the other way with this. I was.
What do you think I was gonna say?
If you got friends, make sure they come. If you don't got any friends, well, you're a fucking loser.
That would have been funnier, to be honest. No, I've been doing a lot of solo dates in New York because I don't have a lot of friends out here. You're not a loser. It's okay. We love you. You have a community here.
Listen, if you can go, and if you can't, support it. Just don't be like Ariana.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm okay. I will say I consume a lot more news than the average person, and I am a little doomer pilled, which is why I brought it up and we had a discussion. Thank you very much. Okay.
If you're not feeling doomer or black pilled, then you're not feeling anything right now. Because how could you not? I think it's natural to feel that way because nothing really seems to matter right now. But yeah, I think it's a great outlet for me personally. That's why I'm gonna fucking get goofy, get in a frog costume, and fucking dance.
Better send us pictures.
I might send pictures, yeah, I might. So, and by the way, I'm not the original frog. Obviously, we pay homage to the goat and the OG. I'm gonna be one of like probably 18 different frogs because there's a lot of people that have bought costumes just for the protest, and I think that's great. You got your sign and your costume, and yeah, it'll be a good time. You got to have fun with it, right? Like you're just standing there, and you know. You'll have cars honking at you. You might have some dipshit Republicans yell something out the window, but I mean, you gotta have fun with it. So, yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Be safe, y'all.
Yeah. We'll be safe. I'm planning on turning mine into a riot if I can. It's gonna be difficult, but I think that if I can, no, I'm just kidding. I really need to stop.
Antifa.
Antifa.
Antifa! Donald Trump, Antifa! Y'all, we need to get the supers. I feel like Matt's about to fall asleep any second now.
Yeah, we don't have a
I'm good.
Hang on, let me I'm filling in the highlights or the timestamps rather. Okay, yeah, let's get to super chats here.
I'm gonna go, Ro. Is it okay if I go?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Did you get is J Cash your first one?
Nintendo channel.
Nintendo, okay.
Why person of color racist, not Mrs. Harris? Huh?
Why person of color for racist, not of Miss Harris? I agree.
I don't know what is happening here.
I agree wholeheartedly.
What does this even mean? Like, I don't know what's going on.
It's simple. Like if you think about it, why person of color for racist, not of Miss Harris? You know,
I don't understand.
it's a riddle. You have to unlock it.
You sound like you understood immediately. I was like, wait, am I?
I have no fucking clue. I have no idea. I love Nintendo Gaming Channel, but I have no fucking idea what they're talking about.
Thank you so much for the $3 and the laugh. Honestly, we need it. Carrie Shaw, $19. Oh my god, thank you so much for $20. I'm heartbroken.
I'm just surprised that Nintendo Gaming Channel didn't bring up Johnny Somali.
They haven't in a long time, to be fair to them.
I think the last time we were like, if you bring up Johnny Somali one more time, we're gonna block you, and they stopped.
We had to make some threats to Nintendo Gaming Channel to not mention him because I don't care, and I will never look into who that is or learn more.
I don't know why this is killing me. Okay. Carrie Shaw, thank you so much for the $20. I'm heartbroken. I loved watching Big Time Rush with my nieces. We even went to a concert. Big Time Rush was the name of the show and the name of the band. They reminded me of the Monkees. Yeah, Big Time Rush was really big, especially for my generation. a lot of people in my generation watch them, and James Maslow is objectively a hot man. He's just a brain rotted Zionist freak, honestly. But yeah, they had this little aura to them, you know. But it is what it is. I'm sorry.
Big time cucks.
Big time cook. Tigwick, thank you so much for being number 3 in my chat and $20. I really appreciate it. Just happy to support. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Chris, thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. NYC is the international capital of capitalism. Very true. I agree. Looney Tunes, thank you so much for the $5 and being an amazing mod. Sorry, Lance, this week's payday will go to Mike, Ariana, and Matt, and Rebecca. The rule is you must be here or you get no pay. I'm here for it. Give me all your coins, please. I need money. Thank you. Thank you, Looney Tunes. I appreciate it. Drew Martorelli. Sent in
Martorelli.
Right?
I'm assuming.
Sent in lease renewal and chose 1 year for the lower increase, hoping it gets frozen by next year. Met someone else canvassing for Zohran who did the same. I love that. I really do. I live in rent stabilized. So it's nice knowing that they can't shoot up my rent out of nowhere, but a lot of New Yorkers do struggle with that, where like their landlord will come to them and be like $500 increase, and it's like, okay, you got to like literally uproot your whole life.
God.
J-Cass, such a cute dog. Thank you so much for the $5. My corner store's cashier looks like Binder's twin. I showed him and he was like, shit, he does look like me. His name is also Matt.
What?
Well, now you got to
Matt,
show
is
me
it
what
you?
they look like. You got to show me what they look like. You can't.
Maybe
just,
Matt is working at the
can't be
corner store.
one-sided.
Yeah. Matt's doppelganger at the corner store. Kowalski, thank you so much for the $10. I can't believe Matt had a decades-long plan to have a family just to get into the luxury rent-controlled housing. New Yorkers are just right there for New Yorkers.
You don't need it. You don't need a family or anything. There's no rules to rent stabilized apartments. You just gotta get there before anyone else gets it. It's that simple. You have to know when a tenant who lives in a rent stabilized apartment is moving out, and you got to apply and get approved before anyone else does. That's it. There's no rules. They don't check for rent stabilized apartments. They don't check your like how much you make. They don't check your income in terms of like making sure you don't make over a certain amount. There's no rules to that, except you have to afford to pay the rent. And some buildings require you to make like 40 times the monthly rent. So you're automatically cutting out the landlords themselves cut out renting out to low income people. It's not like Zohran's taking it from them.
Yeah.
Like some listings require 40 times your salary be 40 times the monthly rent.
How is that even possible? You have to be a millionaire. That's crazy.
Well, let's say you're applying somewhere that's $3,000 a month. They want you to make at least $120,000. So if you're moving in with your partner, your wife or husband, it's about $60,000 each. That's not out of the ordinary, but it's New York City, and it's also I'm bringing it up to prove that this isn't like the tenants aren't the ones blocking low income people from renting apartments. It's the landlords.
Kowalski, you awoken something in Matt right there.
Mm-hmm.
And we love that for us. But thank you. Yeah, I didn't know any of that. Honestly, I just moved here, so
yeah, I don't think a lot of people know. I'm a expert in New York City rent laws. Let me tell you, I've been renting for way too long.
I will say y'all have it better than other states, because in California there's like a fucking they closed down Section 8 completely. Like there was a 10-year wait list and they shut that down too. So
damn.
It's been a bit of a struggle. Chris, thank you so much. Number 1 in the chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $5. The way he patted in panic before he fell, this is elder abuse. Fuck these motherfuckers, dude. It's not elder abuse when he literally wants to stay his ass in there. Like, he's basically decomposing in his fucking office. Like, you made your money.
Yeah.
You did what you needed to do. Like, get the fuck out, dude. Like, you're so annoying. You could literally give it to another fascist at this point. Like, you got the juice. Just give it to a younger fascist and go live in fucking Malibu or whatever the fuck you weirdos do. Okay, apparently he likes orgies. Go do that. I don't care. Just fuck off. Bay Photo, thank you so much for the $2. I'm fat. I give you my fat pass. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's really
Thank
kind.
you. Thank you for giving me your fat pass. Chris, thank you so much for the $5. You're not making fun of them being fat. You're making fun of the way they have internalized insecurities into a hypocritical obsession with eugenics. Actually, that is true. They are very obsessed with eugenics when they literally look like... Never mind. Omegas, thank
They
you
look
so
like
much.
human hippo hybrids.
That's
Like, they
actually
think they're
nice.
They think they're the master race. Yeah, hippos are cute. They're not cute.
Yeah, baby hippos are so cute.
Oh, I love Mudang.
Mudang grew up.
I know, it makes me sad. I used to watch all of the videos of Mudang and my heart would just melt.
Mudang grew up. Omega Star, thank you so much for becoming a member. Tropical Ding Dong, $2. Please show McConnell falling again. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. I feel like we've showed him enough, but I love your username. Thank you so much for $2. Sunflower Dragon, $2. Thank you so much. Literally Mork makeup. He's trying to look human. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do. Something though. Chris, thank you so much again for the $5. Not everyone, but the left needs to stop downplaying militarization and the effects of militarization on leftist movements in the 20th century. Very true. And it could possibly happen again. Chris, thank you so much for the $5 again. Not everyone needs to promote militarization, especially in the media space, but also don't propagate the whitewashed revision of history. Very true. Not Michael, thank you so much for the $10. Just a heads up, don't give No Kings organizers your contact information. Don't give them any data. I agree. Don't tell anyone that you're going. Don't give them your information when it comes to No Kings, because you
Yeah,
never
they
know
want you to
where
RSVP, but I don't think you have to. I did.
Yeah, no, you don't have
Who is behind it? I don't even know. Like, I'm not questioning it, but I don't even know who's behind.
Isn't
No
it
Kings.
Indivisible? I thought it
No,
was
that's not Indivisible. Indivisible's
Oh,
not
okay.
behind.
Oh,
I
then
don't think they
know.
are.
Huh.
Sunflower Dragon, white people should be attending these rallies every chance we get now. Unfortunately, this is where we are. I agree. White people, do your part. Chris, thank you so much for the $5 again. Just my opinion, but I think his family shouldn't be allowing him to make decisions anymore. A lot of these geriatrics should be in conservatory. I mean, I agree. Like, I think once you become a certain age, like, you just, I don't know, you just gotta hang it up. And these people are refusing to do so. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. This was a long stream, but I enjoyed every part of it.
Yeah, it was so looking it up. I guess Indivisible is one of the groups behind it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's fine. I trust
George
Indivisible.
Soros.
Yeah. But didn't they have their own? They had another protest that they were named that they were well known for. Which why I thought No Kings was something different. My bad.
I don't know. I don't know who did. Who was it that did the 50-51?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Moral of
like
the
the No
story,
Kings brand.
we don't know who the fuck is behind this. Don't give them your...
Yeah. I mean, we'll get a check in the mail from someone. We just don't know,
Yeah.
who's going to send us the check,
George
It'll come from
Soros.
Soros, but we don't know, like, what organization is going to print the checks for us. But, we're each getting paid at least $10K to go.
Oh my god, I wish. Shit.
I unfortunately I can't make it, so I'm missing out on 10K.
Oh, okay, fascist.
wish.
King supporter.
I wish. If they were giving 10K, I would
I would go in
I got
a busy
deals.
Saturday.
Like, shit.
Unfortunately.
Y'all are getting the whole shebang for 10K.
I'd get maced for 10K.
I'll put on a skirt and some stripper heels with a fucking poster, whatever you want. I'm there.
I would put on a skirt and stripper heels with a poster for 10K. I mean,
Yeah,
for 10K,
right? Easiest 10K. I will be all yours all day at the pro station.
I'll put a prosthetic necklace, like Trump's neck giant. Like I'll make one on myself for 10K. I'll mold it to mimic his beautiful.
Will you hold up a Andrew Cuomo sign for 10K?
Ooh. Yeah, I probably would, honestly.
Wait, seriously, for 10K?
Well, I mean, it depends, right? Like, am I just going on a corner and holding up a sign? Because, like, what is for like 5 people to see?
You said
Like,
what
if it's
corner?
like,
No,
if it's
you're
like,
in Times Square.
oh, then no.
Would you? Would you?
That'd be like
would
doing
you,
a video where 10,000 people might see it. It's like, okay, that's selling out. But if I'm
Would
like
you-
holding up a sign in like some rural ass town, and, like 3 people see it, sure.
Would you post a pro-Israel post for 7K?
Nope. No way. No way.
What if they upped it to 10K just for you?
No.
There's just no amount of money.
Yeah.
There's not.
Yeah. I'm not motivated by anything but revenge right now. So
Or
like,
you know what? I might, take their money, right? I might be like, you know what? I negotiated up to like 100K, right? And I'd be like, I'll do the craziest switch up for you. And then I'll take the 100K and I'll give it all to Palestinians. I'll be like, here you go.
But what if you're like, we got to see the work first. We got to see you do what we agreed
I'll
to.
post it. I'll post it, and then I'll do the switch up. I'll be like, hey guys, I did that just to donate 100K to PCRF. But I feel like that would be really bad still, so I probably wouldn't. But
yeah.
What if Netanyahu used your post and was like, "Oh, you see, we got the Ariana Jasmine behind us."
That's more Arnold Schwarzenegger, I feel like, than Netanyahu.
I don't know what the fuck
Get to the
that
chopper now. My Arnold
That was like
Schwarzenegger
right down the
is very bad.
Damn, you're like, oh, no, I'm just kidding. I would never, ever, for no amount of money, would I do anything pro-Israel ever.
No.
Ever. Ever. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for having me, guys. I love you. Love you down. I will see you guys next week.
God bless. Take care.
Yeah, see you all. I was about to leave myself.
I mean, you could just do a
No, I gotta read. My people paid me money. They deserve their posts to be comments to be read. I can't do that.
We love.
I'm not that.
Okay.
Who do you think I am, David Doel?
I was about to say, like, you're kind of throwing shade right now, but I ain't gonna say nothing. Anyways, guys, I love you so much.
All right, you take care. Love you too.
Bye. Have fun.
Thanks.
Stay safe. Okay.
You too. You
Picture of the
too.
frog costume, please. Okay.
I will. I'll post it afterwards.
Okay. Sounds good. Bye, guys.
All right, take care. All right, did you?
That's
wanna
okay.
go
David
first?
Doel gets a pass. David Doel gets a pass today because last I checked, yeah, the Toronto Blue Jays are winning Game 4 of the American League Championship Series baseball.
Oh, okay.
They were down 2-0 yesterday. The Mariners beat them in 2 games. Now Blue Jays look to be making a comeback. They're gonna, if things remain how it is, it's 8-2 right now. The Blue Jays are gonna tie it up. And so I get it. I get it. If the Mets were playing right now, I'd probably still be here, but I would have a window open watching the game and not paying attention to anything you guys were saying.
All right, did you want to go first? Did you want me to go?
You could go because I'm not gonna leave even after I do it. So you might as well go. So that way I'll take a rest now, so I'm reinvigorated for when I read.
That makes sense. All right. Well, Rune Hagen, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Bayphoto says, let's just get into it now. Cuomo brought up Hassan Piker in the debate. He did indeed. Pendulous Dragon, member for 2 years. Really appreciate that. A Day and Forever, thanks for the 10. Google's Project Nimbus powers genocide in Gaza. I worry there's a systemic silence amongst YouTubers due to conflict of interest. Google will become liable when ICJ declares genocide. Can we pressure YouTube? Well, I'll just say that, like, there is no conflict of interest for YouTubers as far as I'm concerned. Like, we have been criticizing Google and YouTube pretty consistently over the years, and they've never gone after us and punished us for it. So yeah, the fact that Google is part of BDS, I 1,000% support. Even saying that, like, I'm on YouTube. They're owned by Google. It's hard. You can't really get away from it. But yeah, I support that if people want to make a difference. So yeah. In terms of pressuring YouTube, that is not going to happen because they don't give a fuck about what we have to say. There's no way you can even talk to a human being anymore at YouTube. So that's a little bit more difficult.
Don't they have this customer support chat for creators, or did they get rid of that?
As far as I know, you are talking to AI now. I don't know for sure. It's been a couple of years since I've done that.
I've definitely spoken to a person maybe like a year or two ago.
Okay.
So they definitely maybe it changed. I don't know.
Next here is Fred Skull, who says, "I sure hope Cuomo wore his pasties tonight." CF 3300 says, "This is literally, I have a great relationship with the blacks." Yeah, that's what it was giving for me too when he was saying that stuff. Fred Skull says, "Hassan Piker, stand back and stand by." Pierce says, "When will this MAGA nightmare end? I am tired. I will never give up, but it seems like we can never get nice things. I blame Garland for giving us Trump 2.0. The midterms will likely be stolen in ETC." I understand. Yeah, it's a draining time right now, and you really see the difference it would have made if Merrick Garland did his job, because you see in Brazil, when Jair Bolsonaro did an insurrection, guess what they did? They threw his ass in prison. So, it'd be nice if we actually held people accountable in this country, but we don't, unless they're poor. Chief says, "As an Afro-Canadian living in the US, the VRA being on the chopping block makes me weep. 60 years of work upended, but Auntie standing up to ICE in NYC brought back some fire to Black queens." That video was amazing. That lady is a hero, and she is absolutely courageous. Yeah, the VRA, Section 2 of the VRA getting gutted is absolutely horrifying. I don't even know how the country would recover from something like that. You obviously want to try to get legislation to fix that, but the Supreme Court would probably strike that down. I saw that Ro Khanna is introducing a constitutional amendment to, codify Section 2, but that's not going to pass. It's just, it's really sad to think about, like, the civil rights era, just all the progress getting washed away in one fell swoop like that. It's devastating, honestly. Carrie Shaw says, "Now is the time to tell the Dems until they understand we want more than Republican light." Absolutely. Be relentless in making that case to them. Sam, member for 74 months. My goodness, Sam. You hear that WB and Paramount condemns the boycott targeting Israeli filmmakers that led by Joaquin Phoenix, Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, and other actors? I heard about that. Fuck Paramount and WB. Paramount has the worst streaming app altogether. Like, their shit is busted. It freezes all the time. The whole company has just gone to shit. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm glad that those actors signed it, and I hope that they stand their ground. Chris C. says, Sliwa thinks that reliving overcrowding on the most crowded bus and subway lines in North America with the second nav subway is not worth our money. Oh, relieving overcrowding. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's quite the take for him to have, right? That's stupid. Let me see. Looney Tunes sent in a sticker here. It's a sticker of behind the scenes. It's like a little it's, God, I'm blanking on it. The film thing where you go action, but it has like a rainbow thing on it. Thank you, Looney Tunes. Very cool. V-Man says, "This leak reminds me of Telegram Gate back in 2019 when the governor of Puerto Rico's chat came out mocking LGBTQ Hurricane Maria victims and dreaming of unaliving San Juan's mayor. Too bad we can't have..." That's crazy. I didn't hear about this, but that's actually wild. Wow. I think there might be another one. Let me see if I can find that. Be a third of the public protest them, like what happened in Puerto Rico back in 2019. Off topic, the worst comment was a Puerto Rico without Puerto Ricans comment that mainstream media never covered. Damn. I really appreciated the mayor of San Juan. She was a national co-chair for Bernie's 2020 campaign. Love her. Love the way that she stood up to Donald Trump during Hurricane Maria. Yeah, but that's crazy shit. JCast says, keep up the great work, Rational National. Well, thank you so much, JCast. Tropical Ding Dong says, please keep playing Mitch McConnell falling. I could watch it all day, honestly. I could. Let me see here. The next one is... Oh, is it another one? Yeah, it's another from Tropical Ding getting the request. Just go back and rewind the VOD and you can watch it as many times. It is funny. Tokyo Hans, member for 20 months. Thank you so much. Quesadilla says, fall vid replay, please. Everybody wants to see it again. Just, we won't watch it again. Just go back and replay it. I agree. It is very funny. Tokyo Han says, Mike, be careful scrolling through news sites with targeted ads. A sudden ad for a straight cruise may pop up and out you. That's true. I got to be careful. I don't want my search history to out me as a gross hetero. Rolando Capilleja says, are we sure MTG didn't suffer a Fetterman-like stroke? Her shift to criticizing the GOP feels like it came out of nowhere. Let's see where this goes. Here's what I think. I think that I'm happy that she's doing all of this. I'm glad she's causing problems. But I agree with Jennifer Walsh's theory that she is, like Tucker Carlson, positioning herself to be the next leader of MAGA because she sees the writing on the wall. She sees Trump's rising unpopularity, the disillusion with MAGA in general from like the non-cult Republicans. I think she's making a calculated pivot right now. That's my take. But either way, I welcome it. If she wants to criticize them for not releasing the Epstein files and for killing healthcare, that's great. Good on her. Keep doing it. Another Tropical Ding Dong again. Please show Mitch McConnell falling again. I'm not gonna play it again. Go back and just rewind the stream and you can watch it. I understand it's a good video though. V-Man says, he who is not proud of his origin will never be worth anything because he begins by despising himself. Don Pedro Albizu Campos, Puerto Rican lawyer, activist, and independence leader, Nationalist Party leader. Sunflower Dragon says, I'm invoking the hallowed name of Stavros into this looks discussion. That man is a Greek god. Hate makes those people look hideous. It is what it is. Yeah, that's a great point. I totally agree with you. Yeah, it's like if you are hateful, it just oozes out of you. It ages you. It makes you ugly and gross. Yeah, totally agree. Stavros is a king, though. We love Stavros. Luna says, I am trans and want to start HRT, but am not due to this paralyzing fear. Could I be put on some kind of list of undesirables? Am I paranoid? I don't want to start and be forced to stop. I might DIY. Luna, here's what I'll tell you. You have to live your life. You can't postpone living and being yourself because of what's happening in the country. And this is the same advice I said to one of my cousins who just came out as trans before Trump took office. Get on HRT. You do that. Whether or not you'll be put on a list of undesirables, you're already on some kind of a list. We're all on some kind of list. I understand why you're paranoid. You live your fucking life and don't let the political climate dissuade you from being yourself. The fact that you were able to come to terms with who you are is really, it's liberating. And like being trans, embracing who you are is a radical act of self-love that you should not deny to yourself. Get on HRT. Do you live your life? That like, don't stop living. Live your life. Oh my God, Tropical Ding Dong, please show Mitch McConnell falling again. I'm not gonna show Tropical Ding Dong. Grand Regent, let me see, I gotta jump ahead. Here we go. Grand Regent Thrag says, why are your intros so long? So the intro for this show is long because it gives us some time to prepare. We kind of like, as you all know, we're late every week. We kind of jump on, getting our shit together. So it gives us a little bit of time to prepare. Also, I think it's appropriate to have a longer intro for streams since we're streaming for a couple of hours. I would never put an intro that long in a regular video. My regular intros are like, 5 seconds, I think. So, yeah. Oh, they jumbled up my super chats. Here we go. Another one from Grand Regent Throg. Earth needs the supervision and assistance of my empire. Y'all are too stupid to govern yourselves. Oh, I see. We've got a Viltrumite in your avatar. Reference to Invincible. Luna Flynn says, I gotta disagree with Ariana a bit. It's about numbers. It's saying this is how many people are against what's going on. It makes people feel less alone. Yeah, I agree with that for sure. Definitely. Nick says, I think the protests have got my lib relatives and friends closer than ever to becoming socialists. That honestly is something that I think is what makes these protests worthwhile, right? Like you're gonna be probably a little bit alone if you're a socialist. There'll be others there, but it's gonna be dominated by liberals. But I think that's okay. Talk to them, have a conversation with them. Listen, we've all been liberals at some point, or most of us were liberals at some point. I was a sock dem when I started my podcast. Every liberal is just a socialist waiting to be radicalized. So meet them and radicalize them. Now is the time, because like liberals are fucking pissed off. Like they are mad at the Democratic Party. They are pissed off at Donald Trump. Now is the time to make your move and try to explain to them why capitalism is not going to save us. We need actual social democracy. We need workplace liberation. Now is the time, because they're listening. So take advantage of this moment. Like seize the opportunity that has been presented to us. I get that, like it's so frustrating because like things are really depressing right now, but like we can use this to build long-term coalitions and like bring people over to our side. Okay, so let me see here. The next one is Octowolf, who says, I'm a democratic socialist that plans to run for local, state, or federal office, and I hope to get interviews from any big leftists. Please ask me the hard questions. Fuck AIPAC, fuck billionaires. Thanks. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you are considering that. One thing that I will say is I have decided to not interview candidates unless they're like really, really already popping off. Because I don't want people to get the impression that running for office is a matter of like getting on podcasts and YouTube shows. If you want to be successful and run for office and actually win, it's not going to be online. You have to make those connections in the community. Getting on podcasts is really good for raising money. And so like if you've already built up that like grassroots support in your community and made inroads in your community, then it's good to get that boost through online. But if you are actually just like starting from scratch, you got to start by knocking on doors. Day one, that's it. Because that's the way to do it. That's the way to win. And I think we have to try to deprogram ourselves from thinking in this like media centric political landscape where, getting covered is the way to go. Like AOC when she was running, Mamdani when he was running, I've kind of proven that you don't need mainstream media. You don't need any media. You need to get on the ground and make those connections. Let's see here. Sai says, you the man now, dog. Well, thank you so much. And then Sai also says, McConnell is an absolute ghoul. I agree. Absolutely. And a demon. Both. Let me see here. Sunflower Dragon says, I heard Hassan shocks Mudang. Not Mudang too. Hassan is shocking everybody. Damn. Chris says, would you do a television ad for Coca-Cola for 10K? Oh, no way. No way.
A television commercial for who?
For Coca-Cola? No fucking way.
I would do it.
Well, they're on the BDS list.
Oh, they are?
They are, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I wouldn't then. I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah. Chris
I mean,
also says,
I drink it. I mean, I don't prefer Coke. I just drink whatever's on sale. I could go for Pepsi. Is Pepsi on the BDS list?
I don't think Pepsi products are on BDS list, but Coke
I could
products
do I could do Dr. Pepper. Any cola, any regular cola I could drink. So I guess I'm writing Coke off. I didn't realize they were on the BDS list.
They are, yeah. Yeah, I typically prefer Coke to Pepsi a little bit, although it's not that big of a difference for me. Pepsi's a little bit sweeter, but yeah. I
have Pepsi and Coke in our the closet with the soda that what is it called, the pantry. So I mean, it's not that I prefer one over the other. It's just whatever's on sale is the one I get. But now that I know this, I guess I'll start getting more Pepsi than Coke.
Yeah, Bad Lefty in the chat says Dr. Pepper. I've been drinking more Dr. Pepper as a replacement.
I will say it's hard to figure out. It's hard to not to completely rid yourself of one specific brand, because some restaurants and fast food places specifically have like deals with a certain soda company. So like you're sort of forced to,
Yeah, you do what you can, basically. I mean, it's tricky. But I've been avoiding Coca-Cola, so I would not do a commercial with them. And in a follow-up, Chris says, if you said yes/no, F/thank you for not supporting the murder of labor leaders in South America, you fail/pass this ridiculous hypothetical. Thank you, Chris. I am glad that I passed. I appreciate the test. Omega Star is now a new member. Thank you so much, Omega Star. Goofy Goober says, serious question: shoelace, crinkle cut, or steak fries? I really like crinkle cut. That's probably my favorite. They're all good. All French fries are good, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably say crinkle cut, especially when they're a little bit crispier. That's put them in the air fryer. That's good shit. Omega, oh my god, is this for reals? Omega Star gifted 50 Humanist Report memberships? Is that for, like, Omega Star? My god. That is like an ungodly amount. Are you serious? That is crazy. Omega Star, what the fuck?
Whoa, someone did it. Someone just did, I think Omega Star just did the same for me. Holy shit. Wow.
What? Omega Star. Oh yeah, they did. Omega Star. My god. Did Mike all fries matter? Yes, I did. Omega. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. That's crazy. Everybody in the chat right now is basically going to become a member. That's fucking insane.
Wow. Oh my god.
Generous.
I am. All right. What do you want from us? Let me show a little skin.
Wow, that's honestly, thank you so much, Omega. Wow. That's so kind. Wow.
And then that's a good chunk of money. That's like $250, right? Oh my god. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's very kind of you.
My goodness.
And you know what? Giving it as a gift membership too is a really nice way to do that, because maybe some of those people will decide to stick around as members. You know, it's the gift that potentially keeps on giving.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, blown away. That is so kind. Also, on top of that, Silverfang sent 10 gifted memberships to me. That's 60 new memberships. That's absolutely wild. Silverfang and Omega Star, you guys, thank you all so much. Never ever expect you all to spend money here. Just watching is all I could ever ask for and hope for, and yada yada yada. Like, subscribe is fine, but like I really do appreciate that, because you don't have to do this, but you did. So thank you very much.
Oh, Mouselander, this isn't a super chat, but Mouselander just said Pepsi is on the BDS list too.
No, Pepsi's not on BDS.
No,
let me see. Pepsi's not on BDS. Let me check. Yeah, they're not on BDS. Let me pull it up really quick. It's not Pepsi, it's just Coke. Yeah, Coke.
I mean, I'll drink any cola. I guess Dr. Pepper. The problem with Dr. Pepper is that it's not everywhere. A lot of places don't have Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. So yeah, like organic boycotts, pressure targets, and priority. So these are the priority. And
wait, I didn't know Xbox and Disney were on the BDS list. All right. I mean, I don't have an Xbox. Well, my son does, unfortunately. I personally don't have. Wait, the organic boycotts though, those aren't official BDS though. Like there's an official BDS list.
Yeah, the organics are
I don't think those are official. Like that's not on the BDS list. Organic
the priority
boycotts.
is probably from the
yeah.
So this is basically, they say if you're new, consider this tier. These are
Why
like the
why Xbox and not Microsoft as a whole?
I would imagine it would be Microsoft. That's how I understood it.
But
although
it's
I'm not sure.
it's not. It has Xbox there.
Yeah, I'm not sure honestly. Maybe there's yeah, I don't know honestly. But yeah.
I know. Oh, SodaStream is owned by Pepsi.
I thought they're an Israeli company, so I've never bought from SodaStream. So
Yeah, I never bought from
OG
SodaStream.
BDS.
To me, if you are actually based out of don't they? This isn't the main thing too, that the priority list actually produces things in specifically like I need to read up more on it, but from my understanding, they even specifically produce things in areas that they shouldn't be.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said that SodaStream is an occupied West Bank, so yeah, that's why it's like a priority.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yeah, that's what I'm
makes
seeing right now.
sense.
Until 2015, I guess they moved. Okay, so they did move, but it was because of BDS.
Wow.
Until 2015, SodaStream's principal manufacturing facility was located in Mishor Adumim, an industrial park within the Israeli settlement of Ma'ale Adumim in the West Bank, which generated controversy and a boycott campaign. In October 2015, while under growing pressure from activists of the BDS movement, SodaStream closed its facility in Mishor Adumim and relocated it to the town of Lahivim in Israel. Yeah, wow.
Oh, Chris made a good point in the chat. He said that Microsoft is kind of too big to avoid, so that the target of like Xbox makes it a little bit more manageable because that's visible. Whereas Microsoft just like they own so much shit that I could see that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we've got a couple more before we get to you here. I got one from Justin B, who says Matt and Mike go on Chapo. I would fucking love to go on Chapo.
If they invited me, I would be happy to go on.
I think we're a little bit too small beans, but one day.
I would never like reach out to a large podcast like that and be like, hey, you should have me on. But if they ever reached out, I would, yeah.
Same.
If they ever reached out, though, I'd be happy to go on.
Same, yeah. Maybe at some point, possibly. Tara says our calls are gonna pop up. Yeah, because we do our monthly Patreon calls, and members get access to the Zoom calls. So we usually have around like 20, anywhere between like 15 to 25 people. It really depends. But yeah, there's a lot of new people that could be showing up, which is awesome because I always have a great time meeting you guys. And like, I don't think people understand. Like, I get on camera, everybody gets on camera, and we like straight up talk just like this. So it's so fun. It's not just me like talking to the camera and you listening. Like, we talk to each other. Like, it's very fun. It's really it's therapeutic. I think that's all that I have. So if you wanted to, it switch to you. I'm gonna take a quick break and go get some water really quick.
You always do this to me. You always do this to me. You leave me just as I'm about to start reading my
because
super
by the
chats.
time
I
I'm
get
done
it.
reading
No, it's
all
fine.
of my super chats, I finish my water and my mouth is so dry that I have to, that I'm dying.
Unbelievable. All right. Well,
I will be right
all
back,
right.
I promise.
Let's do this. All right. Oh my god, I gotta find it. Hold on. Archangel with a $10 super chat. Let David know I know why he's absent, and his Blue Jays will ultimately lose to my Seattle Mariners. LOL. He should have just joined your stream instead of watching the Jays lose. LOL. Now this was sent earlier in the night. And I can tell you that I'm going to leak a little bit of messaging here, private messaging here. David did tell us he was taking off to watch the Blue Jays, but it's the bottom of the ninth, 1 out, and the Mariners are down 8-2. They needed 6 runs just to tie it up. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible. The Mariner, just 2 outs now. I'm still not saying it's not possible, but it's looking unlikely. The Blue Jays lost their first 2 games with the home field advantage. And now the Mariners look to be losing 2 games with their home field advantage. I don't know. It looks like we're going to have a tied series after tonight. And then what? They're off tomorrow, right? No, they play tomorrow. Another game in Seattle. Oof, not looking. If the Blue Jays win tomorrow, not looking good for your Mariners. And I'll tell you this: I am rooting for the Mariners solely because they never won the World Series before. I think that's a good reason to root for a team that's gone this far. But I don't got nothing against the Blue Jays either. So the only team I didn't want to win is the Dodgers, and it looks like they're about to sweep the Brewers. They won all 3 games so far, including today's. So it's not looking good for the Brewers. It looks like the Dodgers are going to take it. And they're the only team I did not want to win because they just won last year. All right, let's go to Brian B. Please get Kyle on Leftist Mafia. Dude is on fire right now. We have tried to get Kyle on Leftist Mafia. He does something on Thursdays that makes it very unlikely he'll be able to come on Leftist Mafia.
I'll ask him again at some point next time I talk to him.
But they record or do their show or something on Thursdays, and it makes it very hard for him to do anything on Thursday that is in their own thing.
Yeah.
But that's maybe we could work out a day where if we ever do a Leftist Mafia on like a Wednesday or something, like maybe Thanksgiving week, maybe that's a good week to not do Leftist Mafia on Thursday because it's Thanksgiving and we do it a day earlier. Maybe I don't know.
Then how would we prepare for Thanksgiving?
Do you prepare for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do the family comes over? Or you just do like a thing with your partner?
Oh no. I bring something to the family event usually.
Oh, okay, right. See, we all live in New York City, and no one has a house. Everyone lives in an apartment, and we are a very large family. I mean, I have 3 kids alone, and we are unable to do Thanksgiving in anyone's home. So we end up going out for Thanksgiving.
I see.
Yeah. So no one's got to cook anything.
That's fun though too. Going out is fun too.
Yeah. It's certainly not the most cost savings thing, but it's just logistically not possible for 15 people to fit in a 2-bedroom apartment in New York City, which I think is the largest any of us has is a 2-bedroom. Let's go to the next.
Oh, yeah, I could take over for you if you want.
Okay, cool. Digital Matt with a super chat. I just want to shout out Karishma Manzoor, candidate for U.S. Senate from New Hampshire, endorsed by Peace Action and won't take any PAC money. Oh, okay. I'll have to check them out. Hold on. I'm getting insane amounts of text messages from my family group chat, so I gotta put it on silent. And the reason I'm getting insane amounts of group chats is because the family is currently trying to figure out where we're gonna eat on Thanksgiving. Literally, as we're talking about it, yeah.
They're not sending you a bunch of slurs and Nazi stuff.
No. Well, I mean, maybe someone's about to go insane with no one being able to decide on where we're going. But I don't think they'll drop slurs. It'll just be various non-slur curses.
That's fair.
Let's go to Carrie Shaw with a $20 super chat. I can't leave you out of the giving. Thank you so much, Carrie. I appreciate it. Bay Photo with a super chat. Perhaps Sliwa's strongest attack was when he looked at Andrew Cuomo and said, I knew Mario Cuomo. You're no Mario Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo. He said, I didn't see that. I mean,
I didn't know that he said this, but that's actually really powerful.
I mean, I guess Andrew Cuomo could have responded, I knew Mario Cuomo too. I mean,
I love that he invoked it because they always invoke their daddy whenever they want their like.
I just think it is so funny that one of the Cuomo campaign's biggest attacks on Mamdani, Zohran Mamdani, is that he's a Nepo baby.
Right.
It is the funniest fucking thing. His mom is a filmmaker, and not even like a Hollywood filmmaker. Like, I'm sure she's quite comfortable and wealthy. I don't know how. Maybe she is a millionaire. Who knows? But she's not even a Hollywood filmmaker. She's like a big like indie filmmaker. And I mean, if he went into filmmaking and got jobs, I guess you can say he's a Nepo baby because his name might have carried, just his name alone might have carried some weight in them deciding who to hire because she's his mom. But her name means nothing in politics. It's not like we're talking about like fucking like Martin Scorsese or something, like some like world-renowned like household name director. Like, she's a respected director, but she's not like a household name. No one goes Zohran Mamdani and goes, oh right, the filmmaker's son. No one does that.
Oh wow. I don't know. Real quick, I just wanted to the chat is pointing this out. Ariana left, but Omega Star gifted 2 50 memberships to Ariana. That is 100 memberships altogether. She's gonna lose her mind. That is incredible because she's trying to build up her YouTube channel and build memberships right now. She's gonna lose her mind. That is so kind. Thank you so much. And 50 to Rebecca Azor. My God, you're all making it rain tonight. That is so. Omega just like bankrolled the whole Leftist Mafia. That is so kind. Wow. 50 to all of us. That's crazy.
Wow, thank you so much. Omega Star, what happened? You get did you win the lottery or something? What's going on?
I know. If it's all like, I don't know what the membership level is. If it's all like $5 memberships, that's
I only
like
have one
$1,000
membership
bucks.
level. I only have one
you?
membership level. If I find out that Omega Star gave $50 memberships out to somebody, I'm going to be kicking myself for not having higher tier memberships available specifically for Omega Star.
That is like that. So Omega spent like $1,000 on memberships. That's fucking crazy. Omega, my God. Omega pump and dumped. Whatever Omega did. Oh my goodness, Omega. Thank you.
It's very kind of you, Omega.
That really is kind.
Looney Tunes 9000 says the moral of the story is never support AIPAC. I guess you're talking about the Seth Moulton thing. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's stunning you would at this day and age, especially.
You're right.
Tokyo Hans gifted me 5 gift memberships. Thank you so much,
goodness.
Tokyo Hans. Very kind of you, but I gotta say, you got outdone.
I mean, 5 is a lot of memberships.
5 is definitely I appreciate it, Tokyo Hans, but you're not the big spender in the chat anymore. No, I'm joking, Tokyo Hans. Tokyo Hans, you have given me probably 1,000 gift memberships over the years. I really appreciate it. I'm just joking with you. Tokyo Hans with his own super chat, member for 27 months. I didn't know about McConnell falling and Matt ruined it for me. I stand with Mike. Yet Mike's laughing doesn't help his anti-old people feel. Well, you stand with Mike. You stand with Mike, but McConnell falls with him. Uh,
I'm not beating the I hate old people allegation / meme, but I'm sorry. That is every time I watch that, I laugh every single time. The way he falls is just so surreal to me.
Mac B says, check the vid of Ben Shapiro knocking himself out. Is that really him? I've seen that video over the years, actually, and I never was.
Oh, is that of the punching bag?
Yeah, that's not him.
It doesn't
right?
look like him though. It's
Yeah,
like
I don't
that
think it's
Marjorie
him.
Green American Idol audition. I watched it. I'm like, I don't think that's Marjorie Green. It would be funny if it was her. I think people want it to be them because it would be hilarious. But I unfortunately, I hate to rain on everybody's parade. I don't think that that's Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, it's not Ben Shapiro. Although the guy, has a Ben Shapiro-esque style going on. Ben Shapiro totally dresses that way and wears that kind of hat. But I don't think it's I don't believe that's him. But you could pretend. If it's fun to pretend. No harm in pretending for yourself. Just don't spread misinformation to other people about it. But if you want to sit at home and just watch that video over and over again and convince yourself it's Ben Shapiro, that seems fine. Musical Mice with a $10 super chat. Rewatching Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie the other day, first time in decades. Paul Rubin has the best death scene ever caught on film. Definitely worth the rewatch. We could all use the laughs about now. Paul Rubens is one of my heroes, and I don't have heroes, so I shouldn't say that. I've never really looked up to anyone as a hero, but Paul Rubin is one of my inspirations. I think maybe you can even tell from my sense of humor. Paul Rubens was a big inspiration on me. I grew up watching Pee-wee's Playhouse. It was my show. Pee-wee's my Pee-wee's my man. I will always speak well about Paul Rubens. Jay Cass with a super chat. Awesome job, Lance of the Serfs. What did Lance do? Did he do something?
I don't know. He's always doing awesome stuff, so maybe just the general.
Yeah, but Lance is great. I was wondering if you were referring to something specific. Tokyo Hans with another super chat. These young Republicans are 18 to 40. I can no longer join them since I am 41. And though I am no longer, although I am no looker, I'm still better looking. Yeah, absolutely. Omega Star. This was Omega Star's first YouTube membership when Omega Star themselves became a member. Thank you, Omega Star. Tokyo Hans with another super chat. Right wingers like to say that the U.S. was built on Christian values. However, the court system is based on Islamic law. So America is under Sharia. Wait, is that true? I don't know if you're joking or not. I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, is that true?
I don't think
No,
it's true.
I don't think it's true. I'm being
If I had to guess.
I'm being facetious, Mike.
Although it could be if we play our cards right.
Yeah. Rolando Capalleja with a super chat. Just imagine Pastor Manning on that debate stage. Pastor Manning.
Oh my God! Right.
Oh, I forgot about him. I forgot about him. Oh my God.
Yeah, he would crush
That's
it.
a deep cut. That's a deep
Yeah.
cut. Wait, what's he up to now? Is he complaining about
probably just
his site's still up, man. Manning for mayor. With my hand on the Bible, I would lower the cost of living, raise working class wages, and lower taxes. All right.
What a king.
I'm rooting for him. What was his video that was his claim to fame that we discovered from like 10, 15 years ago?
Oh, that Starbucks is putting semen in the coffee.
With my hand on the Bible, I will lower the cost of living, raise working class wages, lower taxes, and guarantee semen in every cup of Starbucks.
Our closeted king. Love Pastor Manning so much. We should try to bring him on Leftist Mafia. I think that would
there are
be a
people.
hoot.
There are people who are completely out of the loop and don't know what we're talking about. Mike, could you pull up the video really quick while I continue here? Because we gotta
be such a long rabbit hole. We did a
just
whole episode on it.
We did not a whole episode, but we did a good chunk. Yes, a whole episode. Come on.
I mean, we talked about Manning for a very long time, which is it was the TYT one.
Yeah. All right, while you pull it up, let's keep it going.
All right, I have it.
Pogo laugh with a super chat. Y'all should get Gianmarco Soresi, the comedian, on. Oh, he's my favorite. He's my favorite current stand-up. He's been great. I actually reached out to him not too long ago to let him know that The Rock's daughter was getting shit from wrestling fans for sharing one of his tweets right after Charlie Kirk died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, can you send me? I want to see." Like, he asked me to show him. I bet he would come on for sure. Yeah.
So I'm not sure at what point this is. I just pulled it up in like the most played, but
who is the wife of Bill Humpty Dumpty de Blasio here in New York City, who says before marrying de Blasio, she was a lesbo. And then after marrying him, she decided to go back straight. So that's a choice. It's a choice. And she bore children. But she said prior to that she ran around with the rest of the sodomites. So the answer to your answer, yes, it is a lifestyle choice. Yes, it is.
All right, Pastor Manning, you said that Starbucks was putting semen of the sodomites in their coffee, but here's the interesting part, because it, quote, it flavors up the coffee and it makes you think you're having a good time, which then makes me wonder, do you equate drinking semen with a good time?
Well, you're pushing me up in a little bit of a corner here now, Jink, because I have to be very cautious here. But let me, in all the precautions that I can exercise here now.
That's not the answer you give to that question. Do you equate drinking semen with a good time? I think the correct response, if you're a straight male, would be, no, I don't. Not, well, Jink, you're pushing me up in a corner here.
I mean, I would imagine that like most gay men wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I like just like drinking straight up semen. Like, what the fuck? Like jerking off their coffee? Like what?
Right. That's true too.
Like the kink that he has that he's like exposing is fucking crazy to me. Like, bro.
But also, I totally forgot how Jink reads the quote. He reads it like he's repeating like one of the great oratory speeches in American history. Like, go back for a second and let's hear Jenk's reciting of the. Now, Pastor Manning, you once said that they put semen in the coffee to enhance the flavor. It's very. Go ahead.
Starbucks was putting semen of the sodomites in their coffee, but here's the interesting part, because it, quote, it flavors up the coffee and it makes you think you're having a good time. Which
this used to be such
a good.
That makes me.
It makes you think you're having a good time. Just great.
I gotta show you this one. So, this part, I don't know if this is the same part that I'm thinking of or the same clip. Let me see.
People have to. This is old
Starbucks
people. This is really old people. This is from like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
This is a long time ago. Yeah. So I don't know if this is the exact clip I'm
For
looking
people don't
for.
know too, the guy who Jank was interviewing, he's not on the ballot or anything. He didn't actually register, but he is running for mayor this year. He has a website up and he puts out these videos talking as if he's a real candidate. and he runs a like some very small church in Harlem. Go ahead though, Mike. Let's see what David Pakman had to say about Starbucks using
uses gay semen in their coffee to make it taste good. Where did that come from?
Gays tend to love each other's semen, and it flavors up the coffee. They like the taste of it. There's no doubt about that.
How do you know that it flavors the coffee?
Well, because that's what it does.
At what point are they collecting the semen? When are they inserting it in my drink?
Oh, it's already in the process. It's already in the pipeline. And by the way, Starbucks have just introduced a flat white drink, latte or mocha. I'm not sure which it is.
That's a cover for semen, right?
It is eerily, as if they're almost mocking me, like they're saying, la ha 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 ha, we'll show you that we're doing it. And the stupid Starbucks audience of patronage doesn't have enough sense to believe you, Manning. We'll actually we'll hide it in plain sight.
I don't know where the actual video is where he's
my God.
Do you remember when David Pakman asks him, oh, maybe this is it. Maybe this is it.
I'm joined today.
Let me see. Look at the time. What is a Mac Daddy? What happened in prison?
It's got to be that part right there, right?
Yeah, let's see.
Most
things that he has said and has sanctioned, because Jesus said that whatever laws that Moses have put forward, including stoning, that he supports it wholeheartedly, and all of heaven and earth would pass away before he would ever change one jot or one tittle of what Moses has said. So I think what many are trying to do is to say that ISIS is somehow another worse than Christianity. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. The word of God is the word of God.
Let me remind the audience we're speaking with Pastor James David Manning. We're going to take a break on our TV.
Okay, that was anticlimactic. The part that I wanted to show people.
Look up the isn't there a transcript? You could just look up and see, like in the video.
He did multiple interviews with him though, so it's hard to find it. But the part that's really funny is he asks Pastor Manning. He says, "So you're from New York or you're from wherever? What's the scene like there?" And then Pastor Manning goes, "Did you ask me what the semen is like?" And then David Pakman says, "No, what's the scene like?" And then he said, I think he says it again, right? Where he's like, "The semen?" And then David Pakman's like, "No, the scene." Like,
I'll stick around for that. Honestly, hold on.
I cannot remember which one that is.
We gotta find it.
Do you remember which clip I'm talking about, right?
Yes. Oh my God! Hold on.
It's so we just need to clip it and keep it because we're gonna want to watch this again someday. Like we're gonna, it's one of those like feel good.
Did you ask me what the semen radio program, and we'll continue.
Did you ask me what the semen is like? Let's see, maybe the intro.
Oh,
wait,
Hitler
I found
calling
it.
him.
Oh, you found it?
It's at 18 minutes. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. It's at 18 minutes.
18 minutes.
Right here, in this video. No, in this video I just sent you. I don't know if it's
okay. Okay.
It's like 18. 18
There's so
minutes.
many interviews with him.
I mean, they
For
found
today's
he clearly found a view machine with that guy back in 2015, right?
Oh my God, I wish that he would like come on our show. We need to try to make this happen. Okay.
And has also been doused in semen of other men.
God,
While he
I don't know
lie
what this
in a
is about.
casket, other men have.
I like how he
have
says semen like a
masturbated
Muppet.
in his face.
And like, where's all this semen coming from? Is there like a man milking factory? They're dousing people in
Well,
semen, bro.
That's what Jordan Peterson discovered in China. The Starbucks semen factory.
It's fucking wild.
Sounds like quite an evening. Hey, just out of curiosity, how many people go to your church for a typical sermon?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
How many people attend a typical sermon at your church?
Why do you want to know that?
I'm just curious what the scene is like up there.
What the semen is like?
No. What the scene is like. What's it like to
Oh, it's
attend?
an extraordinary scene. I'd invite you to come. One of the more extraordinary experiences that anybody can ever have at any time. It's a wonderful experience. And you know, most people who...
How did Pakman not fucking crack up at that moment?
Right?
I would have. I gotta watch it again. We have to watch that.
That's so unhinged. Why would you think he's asking you what the semen is like?
An evening. Hey, just out of curiosity, how many people go to your church for a typical sermon?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
How many people attend a typical sermon at your church?
Why do you want to know that?
I'm just curious what the scene is like up there.
What the semen is like?
No. What the scene is like. What's it like to
Oh, it's
attend?
an extraordinary scene. I'd invite you to.
Wow.
I can't. It's funnier the second time somehow. I don't know why.
I don't get it. Like, why would you think he's asking that?
What the sermon? Why does he sound like a Muppet though? He has like this weird, like gravelly. When he says semen only, with the sermons.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, one more time, please.
Oh, I
One more
closed
time.
it. Let me see. Oh, hang on. I closed it. Let me bring it up.
It's like what's his face? Sweetums from the Muppets. The tall monster guy with the sermons.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
How many people attend a typical sermon at your church?
Why do you want to know that?
I'm just curious what the scene is like up there.
What the semen is like?
No.
Oh, my
what the
headphones-
scene is
my
like. What's it
headphones
like
just
to
died.
What the semen is like?
No.
We gotta clip that. What the
We
semen
do.
is like.
Oh, it's so good. Jenk, you're backing me up into a corner here. Oh, this is
Oh
just.
my god! Oh my god! I can't.
He's a legend.
I think I was dying like this the last time we played it too. It retains. It's like I'm listening to it for the first time all over again. It really retains. It's like it's.
It does not lose value. It appreciates over time.
Oh my god! See, why can't David Pakman just do this? Continue to do this stuff. Why do you gotta?
God, I would watch him daily if he did this. Just the podcast with Pastor Manning. Period. We should just try to do that, like a long term.
Find more oddballs.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
the funny thing about guys like this is that they are. Someone like Pastor Manning is actually totally powerless. There's no movement behind him. This is just a classic. A classic, a classic New York crazy person. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like every city's got their like classic lineup of complete oddballs and gadflies. Pastor Manning is one of those.
Mm-hmm. He truly is like a remarkable person, and I am a huge fan of him. He's amazing.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the super chats. Kowalski with a $10 super chat. Why are you wasting your money on rent? Just buy a house. Do you know how nice it is to not have rent or have a rent or mortgage payment? Yeah, well, I would say I get depressed about that at quite regularly. It's probably the only thing I get sad about. I'm a quite content individual, but I do think about how I probably will never own a home, and it makes me kind of depressed. I would have to leave New York if I ever wanted to afford a home. I know people hear about how much we pay for rent here in New York and go, "Oh, that's my mortgage." I mean, I've looked into how much it would cost to buy a home, even in cheap outer borough areas. We're looking at double, if not triple, my rent in monthly mortgage payments. It's something I would not be able to do, period. I mean, barely pay the 1 time of rent, let alone 3 times rent. But I know Kowalski was being facetious. Chris with a super chat. Straw hat flags at protests in Indonesia, Nepal, and Madagascar. One Piece will save us. It's really funny that like people. I'm thinking about that Hassan clip where he went on some show and mentioned how One Piece was political, and they looked at him like he was crazy.
Right.
And it's really funny because look what people are actually using One Piece in political protests and movements around the world. I'm sorry if you watch any form of art and don't believe there is a message, a further message that they're trying, that the creator or the filmmaker or the artist or the animator or the writer or whatever, if you don't think there's a message within their whatever their chosen form of art is, and it's just for the sake of being entertaining, you are, quite frankly, an illiterate moron who doesn't understand media or art or film or anything that has to do with the arts, quite frankly.
Yeah, One Piece
Every
is
single
absolutely
piece
not
of
subtle either in its politics.
every single piece of art has a message behind it. And anytime a creator or comes out and tries to say that there isn't, or that they didn't intend it, that's them trying to obfuscate it so whatever message they were trying to get across doesn't hurt them financially or hit their career. Every single piece of art has a message behind it. Omega Star with those 50 gift memberships. Pull that up one more time. I want to make sure that was up there.
Let's see.
Oh, you might have already.
Yeah, I unstarred it. Yeah.
All right, but you showed it before, right? Okay.
I did.
And
oh my god.
What?
Omega just sent me 50 more. What the fuck? Omega.
What? No.
Omega.
You're lying.
A50. It says A52. Yeah, this is new. Omega said 100. Omega. Oh my god, you have to stop. That's too much. That's insane. Oh my god, like literally everybody in the chat is getting a membership. That's crazy.
Wow.
Wow. Omega, sincerely, thank you so much. That is wild to me. We have never had this many members before. Thank you so much.
It's because we played that Pastor Manning clip, isn't it?
I think
gotta be
a reward for that. You have, if you see this, did you see the Silver Fang? That one's up next for you.
Yeah, 10 from Silverfang. Thank you so much, Silverfang. I really appreciate it. And then Mr. Braindead gave a gift membership too. Appreciate it, Mr. Braindead.
Crazy.
And Chris with a super chat. Microsoft is too hard to avoid. Part of boycotting is targeting, hence Xbox. Right? Yeah, I get it.
That makes sense.
Could probably target something even more specific, though, right? Something, but yeah. I think a lot of gamers have been boycotting Xbox in general without any sort of political reason.
Especially
And
lately.
I say this as an Xbox fan. I thought Xbox was the best of the consoles since 360. And then I thought Xbox One was great too. And then they really blew it with the following generations, didn't they? They made it really confusing with like the naming and everything, right?
Yeah, that's so dumb. Yeah.
I just like Xbox Live. It's not so much Xbox. I think Xbox Live is the superior like online gaming platform for the consoles. But that's why I like Xbox. But I don't have an Xbox. My son does. And this is before I knew about the BDS Xbox listing. But also, it's kind of hard to, Daddy, I want an Xbox for Christmas. Sorry, son, it's on the BDS list. You know, it's hard to, it's hard. There's other ways to uphold the boycott. Like I will be, I always avoided SodaStream for that reason, because of this very specific reasoning of them manufacturing it in occupied settlement territory. Tokyo Hans, like when the Dodgers were playing the Mets at this time last year, I want to pay money to just hear Matt say this again. Go Dodgers. That was 2024 was a great year for the Mets. That was really fantastic to watch. Tokyo has another super chat. If you rearrange the letters in Omega Star, it spells George Soros. Charlie the Ginnemer with a member for 26 months super chat. Mike knows how to rise to the occasion, unlike McConnell. Tokyo Hans with a super chat. The court system was actually based on court systems in Islamic countries at the time. There are quotes on this by Jefferson. I'm not even American, and I know this. Shaking my head. Really? Is that true? Now I'm really asking, being that you're doubling down on it.
Well, who said it first? The way that they said it was like it was based on like Islamic law. Like they made it seem like the principles of the religion itself, which was not was not the case. But if they like modeled it after the court systems, that would be something that's different. I don't know if it's true or not in that regard.
Panga Sikia with a $10 super chat. Tokyo Hands, we got to chill. Mastodon server name after the fried chicken delight from Family Mart. Please consider joining Yoroshiku. Oh, well, there you go, Tokyo Hands. He spelled your name, though, Tokyo Hands, which is funny to me. Tokyo Hands. Tokyo Hands, another super chat. They get the semen from the Gooner sooner. And Pongo Sikia gifted me 20 memberships.
Damn.
Thank you so much. I hope everyone in the chat who wanted to be a member has got it.
Oh my goodness.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, everybody.
Also, Omega gifted another 20 to Rebecca and another 20 to Ariana. They're gonna lose their minds. They're gonna be so blown away by that. Damn.
And over on Twitch, really quickly, Lux Progressive rated me with a party of 75 viewers.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Lux Progressive. And Galactic Streamlord rated me too earlier. Thank you so much. Jeltzy resubscribed for 3 months at tier 1, subscriber for 3 months. Thank you, Jeltzy. And Robot Monkey Cat resubscribed for 36 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 47 months. Using my almost 4-year streak to request a raid of Galactic Streamlord. They called it the MR today. Well, Galactic Streamlord raided me earlier. Are they back streaming again? If they are, I'll raid them. But it seems like they might not be streaming anymore. But is there any more super chats from you, Mike? I think there is, right?
Yeah, there's a couple for me, and there's some for Rebecca that I wanted to read for her. Andrew says Mike's pick of him and Carrie Lake is hilarious. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. Thank you. Omega says that is the flaming preacher guy. Yes, yes. And then for let's see, Rebecca, JCast says Rip D'Angelo. Yes, yes, that's really sad. Ray sends Rebecca a super sticker. Thank you so much, Ray.
A $20 super sticker you should mention.
That's a good super sticker.
Yeah.
Tigwig sends $20. Just happy to support to Rebecca. Very, very much appreciated. Very generous of you. Looney Tunes sends a super sticker as well. Thank you, Looney Tunes. And Doctor says to asks Rebecca, "You seen the vid of Ben Shapiro knocking himself out?" Okay, I think we addressed that one. Asymptomatic behavior asks Rebecca, "Hey Becca, are y'all still doing Like It or Not?" She is doing Like It or Not. I'm not sure if they're on a break or not, but yeah, they very much are still doing the show. Narrator says to Rebecca, "That was the most effective use of Eric Adams since Ole saw him on The Breakfast Club." Yeah, that was a good video. Soul Life says, or sends a super sticker to Rebecca. Omega Star sent Rebecca a $50 super sticker. Omega is making it rain. Omega must have just gotten like some big like settlement or something. Good for you, Omega. Thank you so much, by the way. You're so kind. Also a member for Rebecca. But that's all we have in terms of super chats. I don't have anything on Twitch, so now it's just a matter of who we're gonna raid.
If any one of our viewers is extremely extraordinary wealthy and looking to fund something, I'm happy to please reach out to me and we'll work something out. fund my journalistic efforts. All right, let's go to I got another super chat. $20 from Berlin CB. Love the Majority Report and lurk here often. You're all doing great work. I really appreciate that.
That's very kind.
I'm looking to I will be doing more. I really just needed to I just, with the new baby in the house and just me feeling insane with all the stuff going on and getting burnt out earlier this year. I just, I needed to take, but I'm getting back in the motion. I'm inching back to getting more stuff out.
can only do what you are able to because it's draining.
I think everyone's been feeling that, right? I mean, I know David said that on
completely
the show
burned out.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, same. It's tough. Do we want to raid Amy C3?
No, Hansi says Matt makes it obvious he wants to sell out so bad. Hansi, I would never I would never sell out. I've been doing this for a long time and I've never sold out. I mean, would I accept large sums of money to do what I do? Absolutely. But would I change what I do for large sums of money? It depends how much I'd have to change. But would I change a lot for large sums of money? No, I would not. Who are we rating? Oh, Galactic, right? That was the request, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Well, who's on right now? Is it
There's
Galactic?
Riverboat Jack, Amy C3, USA Hole, Maple Takes, Doodle Burb.
Well, Galactic Streamlord's back on, and I guess they rated me. I think we rated them last week, though, didn't we?
Who was
We could raid someone different. We definitely rated Galactic. Totally up to you. You pick who we rate.
I just didn't hear what you said.
Oh, do you want to rate Galactic Streamlord?
Galactic Streamlord. Oh, sure. Is it just one word?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, just got one from Pierce. Says, got any hope for 2026? Maybe a tiny bit. Okay, Galactic Streamlord. This doesn't seem familiar to me. Have we rated this person before? Oh, yeah.
I think we
did.
rated.
Okay.
Yeah. What happened was that Galactic Streamlord had their channel on YouTube banned for some reason. That's still unclear to them. And so they're trying to regain their following on Twitch.
Oh, okay. Oh, somebody says Riverboat Jack just built a new studio. Okay, we'll have to rate her next week because she's always on when we're on. So we'll definitely do that next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna hit that start raid button for Galactic Streamlord.
All right, just let me know when. I'm all set.
Now I'm interested in seeing Riverboat Jack's new studio.
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna go to that channel myself really quick to see what's going on.
We can cancel the raid to Galactic Streamlord and just go to Riverboat Jack.
No, I'm already doing it. It's fine. Let's and then we could raid Riverboat Jack next week for sure.
Okay.
All right, ready to hit that raid button for Galactic Streamlord?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Extra thanks to everyone who gave all the super chats and memberships, especially Omega Star.
Yeah,
Very
thank you
generous.
so much. That was so kind of you.
Yes, overly generous.
Yes.
But we'll see you all real soon. I'm hitting that raid button now.
Take care, everybody.